Gun Freak Nation, what it do, what's good, baby? What it do? Tonight, it's gonna be epic up in this mofo, you feel me? Got my gun freak juice, you know what I'm saying? Mark, where you at, my brother? You know, we fashionably late. We always fashionably late, y'all. You feel me? Salute to everybody in this motherfucker tonight. You know, I've been wanting to get this brother on the live for the podcast for the longest. You hear me? And you know, we chopped it up last night. Eyes and Ears hit me up off the blue last night. Man, we had so much fun, man. We was on the phone just chopping it up for like 2 fucking hours. You feel me? And yeah, yes. Eyes and Ears, what's up, man? Where you at? I send you the link, brother. Oh shit. Eyes and Ears is calling me right now. What it do, brother? Did you get the link?
What time you gonna start?
I'm already live, brother. I send you the link.
Oh shit. Okay. All right. Okay, give me a minute.
Yep, right. I'm live right now. Check your check.
My bad.
Yeah, check your text. Check your text message. Yep.
Okay, yeah, all right.
All right.
I see the link, but I see the link, but I didn't know you started though. Oh, okay.
Oh yeah. I'm late. That's shit. I'm 28 minutes late, but everybody know my shit never starts on time. All right, I see you.
Give me a minute.
Yep. Take your time, brother. Take your time. Take your time. Yeah.
I got a good hour for you.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. Appreciate it. Appreciate that. Yes. All right now. Yeah. Hey, yo. You know, we got a lot to talk about. And you know, we got Eyes and Ears joining the stage in a little while. And we got my partner in crime. What's up, baby? What's up, Saint? The motherfucking Realist is in the building. Saint, is you ready? Are you up in here? This shit is about to be epic. Can you first and foremost, audio? Okay. Hey man, fam, I enjoyed the live stream you did earlier. I shared it, and I enjoyed the live stream that you did. Man, this was the stream that you did earlier, the live stream, one of my favorites. And I'm not just saying it just to say it, but you bring a lot to the table, my brother. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit! I didn't know you was driving. You driving?
Yeah, we good. I'm finna get on up to the tippy top.
The tippy top. Oh, that's that strip club. That's that strip, man. I need to be right there with you, brother. No disrespect to the first lady, no disrespect, but you know we used to go to the strip clubs together, so she know how I am. You feel me? But yeah, we got our brother Eyes and Ears that's gonna be joining us shortly. Saint, you know, it was a fruitful conversation we had on the phone when you Eyes and Ears hit me up last night. You hit me up earlier today. And man, I'm so, things is looking so glorious. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad that God, is blessing you and all of the good things that is coming your way and bigger things that's going to come your way. You feel me?
For sure, man. For sure. Y'all hit that like button, subscribe, Gun Freak Nation, man. We out here.
Hey man, it's been a long time coming, man. So much is happening in the world today, man. It's a lot of shit that's happening in the world. And you gotta be armed. I don't give a fuck if I do sound like a broken record. I'm complete my mission, and my mission on this earth is to tell people to get armed. Okay?
Oh yeah.
Against these stinking demonic savages out here. You must be armed. That's the only cure to that evil disease is having that funky town sender. You must have it. You know what I'm saying? And if I'm over the top a little bit, I don't have a little, I ain't got to explain myself. But I'm just saying, I'm sipping on a little bit of Gun Freak juice. You know what I'm saying? So it's all good, man. Hey, it's all about, we gonna kick back, be ourselves, enjoy the content. Like I said, I've been trying to get Eyes and Ears Tactical on here the last 2 years, damn it. And the brother finally, last night after chopping it up with him for 2 hours on the phone, which I enjoyed every fucking second, he said, I'm ready. So he ain't joined the stage yet, but
Ain't nothing to it but to
he'll
do
be
it.
here. Right. So what's been going on, man? Update the nation on what's going on with you, Saint.
Salute, man. The Gun Freak Nation. Shout out to the Gun Bros. I'm out here in Dallas, Texas, taking care of business. Getting back to my roots. Getting back to it. Everything rolling. Positive vibes. Great vibes. Arm yourself, protect your lifestyle at all
Yes.
times. Yeah, that way, man. Just been, life been life and just been taking it one thing at a time. I am on the Texas tea right now. I'm out here in Texas, sipping on that Texas tea.
Man, I gotta go to Texas. If I get over my Fear Heights and get on this motherfucking airplane and go to that award show, the ceremony that I'm gonna be presented a gold in 1911. Man, if I can get on that airplane and face my fears, and not worry about that motherfucker going down and crashing and shit, I'm definitely coming to Texas, and I'm coming to Dallas, to your neighborhood, brother. And I need you to show me around Texas, and then take me to Houston, if you don't mind. It's a lot of people that I need to meet, and I got a brother, a stepbrother. I mean a half brother, but which half of him is my brother. So ain't no such thing as half. He my brother by my dad's previous marriage. So he out there in Texas. So I'm gonna have to link up with him. Bobby, I love you, bro. And I need to get out there, man. So it's time for me to spread my horizons.
Yeah, man. Brother,
you know what I'm saying? And that's gonna be good content. Like you said, you was like, T, go to that motherfucking hold on, this motherfucking fan on turned off. Let me plug it back up and shit.
Oh yeah. Hey, I want to give a special shout out on behalf of Gun Freak Nation to my baby Miss Classic. Dig?
That's what's up. Shout out to Miss Classy.
Yes, yes.
Shout
She
out to her.
Triple D real soon, Dallas, Texas. Gonna take care of business, man. Baby girl, she heavy on the music tip, very spiritual, and just we just gonna enjoy this lifestyle. Arm your
Enjoy it. Why
mindset,
not?
positive energy. See, I'm an energy person, y'all.
Yes. Life
Energy.
is too short. Life is too precious.
Yeah.
Enjoy it. Fuck
Especially
war. Fuck
going up.
all this shit that's going on in the Middle East. Fuck all that death and destruction. This is not what God wants. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about living your life to the fullest, being as happy as you can be, because nobody is promised today. Fuck tomorrow. Nobody is promised today. So enjoy it, man. So if you got your woman, if she making you feel all good, and deep inside she that one, or you just chilling and y'all vibing, that's the best. Don't get no better than that.
Oh no, man. Yin and yang. That's what that is. And you have your personal relationship with God, and you take care of business, man. It's about being happy because we all living to die. We all gotta
Yeah,
go.
we all living. We're all
Yeah. Use your
That's
time.
just yeah. We are all living. We're living to die. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Borrow
And what
time.
up? I'm gonna get on your motherfucking ass too, nigga. Cause hey, you got up. What up?
What's up with it, homie?
What's up, white boy? Hey, right, Rambo.
Shout out to the comment section, man.
Nigga, I need to send you the link, nigga. Right, Rambo? I need to send your ass the link. We
That
make it
way.
epic, man. So let me know if you want to jump in. You told me you was gonna hit me up the weekend, nigga. You can hit me up right now. You know what I'm saying? Nothing but love and respect for Jason, man. Jason been rocking with the nation, Gun Freak Nation, since I can remember. Since I can remember. I think Jason was rocking with me before it was a Gun Freak Nation, if I'm not mistaken. So I just want to let all y'all motherfuckers know. This motherfucker right here, love y'all motherfuckers. I love you. Y'all my niggas. We some righteous ass motherfuckers. We ain't out there trying to do no crime or incite a riot or vigilanteism or none of that shit. Even though some of these motherfucking savages, especially the pedos, we will turn into a vigilante on your bitch ass. So don't get it twisted. We not gonna idly just sit by and watch the devil do his work. No, we gonna yeah. But what I didn't mean to interrupt you, man. This drink don't got in me a little bit. But finish what you was saying. And we got eyes and ears and tactical. But before I let you in, brother,
shout out.
I got to give you a grand what's the
Royal welcome.
A grand royal welcome, because I've been trying to get you on here for the last 2 years. I'm saying Brother James Walker a link, but he told me he wants to come in, but he's on the road right now. He's a trucker. He on the road right now. Man, he hauling some motherfucking pigs to the slaughterhouse. Goddamn, I heard them pigs in the background and shit squealing for their goddamn life. I said, nah, y'all got to go. Y'all about to be somebody breakfast, some bacon. You feel me? And James is gonna lead y'all there. But Brother James said that if he get into a hot spot, and I'm not talking about, I ain't trying to get him in trouble with his wife, and then I ain't talking about that kind of hot spot. I'm talking about a hot spot where he can get good reception. You know what I'm saying? Good ass reception. You feel me? So if I hope you, hey, Brother James, I told you, if you can't make it, watch it. You know what I'm saying? If you can't be a part of it, come through and just watch it if you can't. But I'd love for you to be on the panel. You feel me? You right, Quentin, right? You're absolutely yes. But anyway, what was you saying? And because after you, I'm gonna bring in my brother Eyes and Ears Tactical.
Man, just catching up, man. Catching up with society. I've been off the grid, taking care of business. It's just each one teach one, man. Positive, all and always stay woke on your toes, man. Arm yourself, protect your lifestyle at all times. Protect your lifestyle at all times. Stay active, real is rare. That's kind of the energy I'm on, man. Positive vibes and keep elevating. Keep elevating. There's a lot of stuff being talked about. We're gonna spin it.
Yeah, you're a real one. This is the reason why I say, this channel is your channel. This is your home. And anytime you want to come and do live, even if I ain't in the picture, you come over and take over this motherfucker for me. You feel me? But understand this, man. Righteousness will prevail. And even though the channel was being shitted on and you know, the channel was being shadow banned heavily. But I can't blame it. I've even sabotaged my own goddamn self. At one point, I changed the name to the channel like 2 or 3 times in less than a month. I threw a lot of people off. I pissed a lot of people off by saying religion ain't shit. And I stand by that, but I wasn't trying to really disrespect or insult nobody. You know, I have to look at it from their perspective. This is somebody that been believing in this belief system that's been, you know, their mind been programmed all their life. So when somebody say, you know, God ain't got shit to do with religion, which is true, you know, they take offense to it. So a lot of them, you know, like T, that's, you know, you don't cross the line. You're talking about my religion now and I gotta go.
Yeah.
I respectfully bow out, my brother, but know this, I'm always speak my humble opinion. I'm just a human being with an honest opinion, and I'm not gonna you know switch up or be fake. You know, I'm gonna always express my belief system and what I believe in, and I think what's going on right now with this fucking unnecessary war, a lot of people like 13 American, you know, soldiers, you know, service members have already lost their life. It might be 16, you know, and it's I mean, what for? You know what I'm saying? Why? You know, bullshit, you know. So I love okay, I got a Warren. I gotta give you a shout out, my brother. Warren just cashed out me. Warren just made a Cash App donation, brother. Thank you, Warren, for that Cash App donation. You know, because I ain't gonna stop nobody from super chatting too, even though YouTube do me dirty and they're gonna take more than half of it. Thank you, Warren. Thank you, brother, for that Cash App donation. I appreciate that there. Thank you. I'm gonna go buy some ammo or something with it. You know what I'm saying? You did, or some more baby oil for my baby. You know what I'm saying? So thank you, Warren. But anyway, Saint, we got to introduce one of the baddest motherfuckers. We talking about that motherfucking eyes and ears, motherfucking tactical. When I first knew of him, because I've heard of him before I knew of him, if that makes sense. What I'm trying to say is before I saw him,
Same.
I heard of him through my brother James Walker, who that's my brother, who I love, who I'll take a bullet for him and for you and for Eyes and Ears Tactical. Real is rare, like you say. Real is rare, and now no further ado.
I was just bullshitting.
Oh
and
no, man, I hit the wrong. I hit the did y'all. Did you hear it? Okay. All right. Hey, look. With no further ado, I want to introduce y'all to my brother, Eyes and Ears Tactical. And if I can remember how to bring him up in here, there he is. Eyes and Ears, brother. Come on up in here, man.
Rock out. Let's rock out.
Come on up in here, brother.
Yeah.
Come on up in here, brother.
What's up?
Hold on. Wait. Oh, okay. All right. You see my tipsy ass, man. I'm looking at the dark part. I'm like, hey, man, you can't be coming in here in no dark ass room. I can't see you. And then I zeroed in on you. I didn't realize you was in the middle. Hey, man. First and foremost, didn't I ask you to come on the live about 2-3 years ago, right? And you was a little, you didn't say no. You just said, you know, it was a if, whatever, you know. But I just want to say this to you, brother. Thank you for doing what you do for the 2A community, and thank you for being the stand up, real, genuine. What you see is what you get, and you've been rocking with me. It ain't about how long you've been rocking with me. It ain't about how long you've been supporting me. It's not about that. It's about the person that you are, the genuine, righteous person that you are. And I just want to say thank you for blessing me, blessing God Freak Nation with your presence, your precious time, because time, everybody know time is all we got. Time is what's going to take us up out of here. Time. Ain't no running from it. There's no escaping from it. You know what I'm saying? When it happens, it happens. But until then, it's Saint. Wait a minute, Saint got something going on. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. Is that you, Mark, or is that Saint?
No, that ain't. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
That's probably
Yeah.
me.
Okay, you getting some interference? Hold on. Okay, there we go. Hold on. You still there, Saint? Saint might be having a little
So can y'all hear
technical.
me?
I can hear you
Can
now.
y'all hear me? Okay,
I can
yeah,
hear
it's
you.
on my end. I'm trying to flip this camera around. My fault, y'all. This thing here,
Oh
I'm
no, you
trying to get
good,
it
brother.
back.
Shit happens.
I'm
Shit
trying to
happens.
act.
The-
I might have to
the-
back out and jump back in.
okay, yeah, because we hearing a lot of
Yeah.
distortion and shit in the background too. Yeah. Anyway, brother.
What it do? What it do, T?
Hey, man.
I appreciate the intro, man. You made me sound like I was in the starting five, like an
You
NBA
are.
like an
You
NBA All
are.
Star.
You are. And to
Yeah,
us, in my eyes, you are, brother.
yeah,
You are. You that, hey, you that brother. You feel me? And I
man.
don't
But
even know. I'm so perplexed, man. I don't even know where to kick this shit off at. I don't even know what questions to
well,
ask you
I'm gonna
because
start.
all this gonna be off the dome.
Man, I was wanting to say thanks for letting me come on the show. Shout out to Saint the Realist. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you gave me an invite many times before, and but mainly when I was in California for the most part. And the reason why I never did it, if you notice, I never went on anybody's show live. It wasn't just like,
Yeah,
you know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah,
Because I was, I had a lot going on, and a lot of these lives be in the evening hours. And when I was in the West Coast, so it'd be like 5 o'clock, and y'all be going live at 8 o'clock,
yeah.
and I'm still rocking and rolling. It's broad daylight still. I'm probably just now leaving work, so
Right.
it would have to start damn near like 7:30, 8 o'clock West Coast time for
Yeah.
me to really make a
Right.
live on
Right.
a show. And that's why, if you know, there's
Yeah.
a lot of West Coast dudes, they got to put their lives around East Coast time. They
Yeah.
can't really, they're not gonna get no audience on the West Coast. Man, you know how hard it is to get somebody attention in California when the sun is still shining? It's, that's why, the sports teams in Southern California, like they got to win. It's not like in the Midwest and the South where Kansas City Chiefs the only show in town.
Right.
The Saints the only show in town. Well, in Southern California, you got two NFL teams, two MLB teams. You got the
Right.
Padres, and
Right.
so if you ain't winning, ain't nobody going to your games.
Exactly.
So that's why it's a tough ticket.
Right.
I just want to. It's
So
one.
what you're trying to say is I wasn't winning, so that's why you didn't want to come on the show. That's what you're saying.
No, no.
That's what you're saying.
I'm
No,
saying I was. I'm saying.
I'm just messing with you, man. I'm having
I'm
fun.
saying I was working is what I'm saying. No. But what it do, Saint the Realist?
Let
What
me.
you doing, brother? Hey man, appreciate you, man. You be dropping some nice gems over there, man. I be watching y'all all the time.
What's up?
Appreciate
What's
you,
up with it, my guy?
Yeah.
man.
And
Appreciate it.
Hey, eyes and ears detector. I do got a question for you though. What made you kick off your channel? Like, what made you want to go on social media on YouTube and what made you decide to do? Because I don't like I don't like classifying people. I don't
Right,
because I don't consider my shit a gun tool or 2A. I'm just me. So I just want to know uh what planted that seed in your brain, in your mind to say I'm gonna start this
man. I'm gonna
channel.
be. It was real simple, man. I've been affiliated with firearms for pretty much my whole life. You know what I'm saying? Like, like I said, I'm just not to go too long. I just dip around, but I was born in the South Side Chicago. My mom was born in Louisiana. My dad's born in Arkansas. So even though I was in Chicago every summer, when I was little, we would
Yeah.
go down. We would go down to the south because my mom told us, rest in peace, that I don't want y'all to forget where y'all come from.
Right.
So
Right.
we would always go down to the south and go see my big mama and hang out there in the woods and fish hunt and all that kind of stuff, and then go back to Chicago. But then as we got older, particularly my brother, once he got to like, I only grew up really one of my brothers. I have a bunch of them, but they were all older. But the one I grew up with, once he got to about the 6th grade, and then that's when all the sports kicked in. So we couldn't give up our summers no more.
Right.
But then by the time I got to like the 8th grade, that's when I moved to the West Coast because I had an older brother that was on the West Coast, stationed at Treasure Island. He was in the Marine Corps.
Okay.
And so he hollered at my mom, was saying like, you should move the boys out here because it's a better life. Get them out the city. And I wasn't really trying to hear all that shit, but because I'm gonna be honest with you, one thing about growing up in the inner city, one thing about growing up in the inner city, I can say that because I grew up really in the heart of the South Side of Chicago, Cottage Grove, Cabrini Green housing projects, and then we moved to the suburbs.
Wait a minute, Cabrini, no. You didn't say
Cabrini Green
Well,
housing. Yeah, they torn down.
You was in the Candyman building.
Yeah, they torn down now, but all my cousins, we all lived around. See, back then when I'm older, so back then everybody lived around the projects or in the projects.
But wait a minute, you said I don't want to just skip over this. You said that you was in the Candyman.
Yeah. We lived there for 2 years. My mom moved us over there because my cousin weren't doing good. Dad just got murdered, and then his mom was strung out on heroin, and my mom took us and moved us to the projects to their unit to get them straight, and then we all moved out, and then their uncle showed up out of St. Louis. Right. And he took over them. They moved to St. Louis, and we moved back to the suburbs. But my mom was that kind of a person. She wasn't going to let those kids. They were living on their own. They were the same age as me and my brother. They lived on their own for almost 8 months.
Damn.
And so, that was my birth growing up as a kid. So seeing all that. But one of the biggest myths, though, I get offended by James Walker to tell you what people think that life in the city is all bad. It's not, man. There's a lot of really good people in the inner city. Yeah. The only problem is that it's kind of like the one bad apple ruins the bag.
They don't get the recognition.
But man, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. In my family, other than my immediate siblings, nobody drank, nobody smoked tobacco, nobody did drugs, nobody went to prison, nobody went to jail. I mean, this is like generations of people in my family that had never done any of these things. Right. We had a little small pocket where two of my brothers and them went to prison and did some stuff. I had one brother did about 26 years, and another one did about 12. Yeah. And then I had some great nephews that went to jail. But you would think that everybody going to jail. No, man, that ain't how that goes. That gang banging and street life. Yeah. One thing about it is a choice. It's not. It's not. You are not. Your environment is not a product of you. You are a product of what you make yourself to be.
You're right, can, brother.
Drop those
gems. Drop it.
You can live in a pretty bad environment.
Yeah.
But if your home has structure and rules, then it almost doesn't exist what happens outside the door. It's just when you go outside the door, you have to understand what you up against. But when you come home,
let me ask you this, and not to cut you off, but I gotta ask you this because you was in the middle. You like an island in the middle of the ocean. In the middle of the ocean. And that ocean is the hood. And I get what you're saying. As long as your family structure, you got the values and shit. But sometimes peer pressure. But my question, why I kind of interrupted you, I didn't mean to do that, is please tell me that during that period, y'all was armed and savage ready.
No. When I was a kid, in Chicago, we didn't have no guns when we were growing up as kids. That wasn't nobody.
Your parents didn't have a gun?
No, man. The street dudes had guns. We were athletes. See what I'm saying? In Chicago, you don't get the.
I'm saying in your house as is.
Oh, my mom.
That's what
my mom had.
Yeah.
No, we had a shotgun. My mom had a shotgun and a pistol.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Salute to your mama. Salute to your grandma.
That's my grandma.
That's what I'm talking about right there.
I learned how to shoot from my big mama. That what I'm saying. So like, my dad didn't teach us no gun safety. My grandma and my mom taught us that because my mom and grandma used to be the hunters when we go hunt.
Wow.
Yeah. So
that's why you the awesome person that you are. Look who
But let me ask you a question
Okay.
though. Let me answer your question before I get too far. You said, "Well, how and why did I start a gun tube channel?" I do consider myself a gun tuber because I don't mind being in that category because that's what I went into it for. When I was in
Okay.
California, I used to watch Hickok 45 back in 2009,
Mm.
2012, when it was only a handful of actual gun tubers. There's guys that would show you how to uh, they would show you how to like how a gun is and how it breaks down. They do skills and stuff like that. But it was nobody just like, hey, look at my gun, look what I got. Gun tubing wasn't nowhere near what it is right now when I was watching it. And so
Yeah.
one of the first guys I used to watch was Hitchcock 45. And then
Okay.
there was another guy, name was 223 Bucky.
Oh
I don't know
hell
if y'all,
yeah!
yeah.
I watch this content, man.
So he was one of the biggest African American gun tubers
Yeah,
way before everybody jumped into the game. 223 Bucky,
two two three
and he
Bucky.
took it to a pretty big level. And I don't
Shout
know,
out to 223 Bucky.
yeah. Anybody know what I'm talking about? And he had big paper. He had big cars, houses, and I mean, I don't know what he was really doing, but that ain't my business. I don't count nobody's pockets. But
Right.
all I know is I used to watch him, and then I'll watch Hitchcock 45. Then I'll go watch uh uh I Am Johnny Snow, and then I'll go watch all these other dudes because Johnny Snow was doing it for a while. I remember Johnny Snow, and he had like about 500 subscribers, and he was just working. He would do videos when he'd be at work with his
That's my
work
bro.
uniform on, and he would talk about, I'm gonna go buy this gun later on. I'll show it
Yeah.
to y'all later on. He would do
Yeah.
videos at work
Yeah.
as a gun tuber.
That's
So
my bro.
I started watching these guys, and I was like, man, you know what? It's a lot of brothers got positive imagery, behind these firearms. But living in the Bay Area when I was a kid growing up, we already knew the whole Huey P. Newton story and
Yeah.
how they stormed Sacramento and
Right.
expressed their Second Amendment rights, came out with their long guns. So a lot of brothers in Oakland have rifles and long guns. They don't trip off it. They have them in their cars because it's not against the law. The pistols can get you in trouble if you don't
Uh,
have if you don't have a
it's the opposite
CCW.
here. It's the
Right.
opposite here.
See,
We have
you can have a shotgun, anything 16 inches or longer in California. You can get that.
and cat. Wait, wait, wait.
It's just when
We
it gets
talked
to
about this last night. We talked about this, and I couldn't believe it that you can actually ride around with a shotgun or any gun 16 and not get in California. So
it's not against the law. It's because the thing is, the pistol, if you have a pistol and you don't have a CCW, you can still have a pistol in your car. But guess what you got to do? You got to have it in a lockbox, in a gun, the magazine, the ammo can't be in the same box with the gun. So
okay,
what's the point of having a pistol? So a lot of cats when that hang out at night and drive, lady, they just bring their shotguns with them because it's much
oh,
easier to circumvent the law that way.
right,
That's
right,
why I
Right.
had
right.
that. That's why I had that KSG.
Oh,
Mm.
okay,
Because
okay.
I had, you get more capacity,
Yep.
and it's a
It's full
shotgun,
pup.
and
Yep.
it's a bull pup. So
Yeah.
you kind of circumventing the law with a KSG in
You
California. They
got the
can't do
best
anything
of
about
both
it.
worlds.
Yeah. So
I
that's
mean,
what
Okay.
that's what made me start a gun tube channel. My first channel wasn't even Eyes and Ears Tactical. What it was, I was just basically I had a couple guns, and then I would just sit down and talk about them, and I would play music and stuff. And so it was back before they started getting copyrights. So I used to
Okay.
play all
Okay.
my nephews drill music and stuff like that. And a lot
Yeah.
of the young kids built
Right.
my first channel up. I had like over 5,000 subscribers in less than 2 weeks of starting the channel.
Wow.
And then my wife got mad. She found out that I was using my Instagram for my coaching, which is Mark Breezy 24.
Mhm.
And then my wife said, "Hey, look, that ain't gonna be a good look because my daughter was. I'm at this point. I'm knee deep in coaching, and she said, "What if these people out here see that and then they find out, it's a lot of anti-gun people?" And I was like, "I never thought about that." So she made me take the whole damn channel down,
Oh
and then
shit.
rebrand it, rename it
Right.
because I had too much to lose for my daughter because I was a big time coach. I coached travel
Yeah.
fast pitch softball,
Oh
and
wow.
I had over 200 kids that was looking at me as a leader to get
Okay.
them at the next level of college. And I had two national teams. So that wasn't a good look on Instagram. So I created a whole nother Instagram page, a whole new YouTube channel. Had to start it back from the bottom all the way to the top again. James Walker will tell you because he knew I had a big channel and he saw me take it down and he said, "Damn, why'd you do that?" He said, "You was doing so good." My
Right.
first video was a gun collection video. My first actual video under Mark Breeze 24. And
What is that
the
video
first
still up?
no, I took a lot of it down.
Okay.
But that video told me that I could probably do this pretty good because when I put it up, the first night it had 1,600 views, and then by the time I woke up
Damn.
the next morning, I woke up and then went to work, and I came back home later on, and I forgot about the damn channel, and I went back on there to like a day later and had 13,000 views
Wow.
in 3 days. So that's when, and I ain't had no
Yeah.
special gun. I'm in California with restricted shit. And
Yeah.
so I started thinking like, damn, if I was in a free state, I can buy all these different guns and this can be another
Mhm.
level. But I didn't go that. I started thinking like, well, wait a minute, maybe this is a better angle. Because
Right.
if I can do a gun collection video out of a California, Glock Gen 3s, you know, limited AR-15, no extended mags, no nothing, and people are still interested. And that's what I just looked at it as like, well, they must want to hear me talk. So let me
Right.
go ahead. Let me go ahead and just keep going at it.
Yeah.
And then I met you, and I remember your channel was small. I remember you used to sit on the edge of your bed and do your home invasion videos, and you sit on the edge of the bed and you'd be cussing and talking shit.
Facts.
Talking about, it was crazy. I used to have all your little shorties and the ARPs and stuff. And I was like, damn, this
Yeah.
dude is hella fun.
So
But you used to do
when did you
beats.
come across my channel though? When?
When
How long
you were doing
ago?
some beats. You were doing beats is how I discovered you, not really guns. I
What?
found out that you did
You
guns
went back that far to where
that
I
far.
was uploading my beats that was like
Yeah.
they sucked and shit and
I remember you were
all
doing
that
beats,
shit.
and man, and then you used to do these lives when you go to the grocery store and shit. And I thought like this dude is funny as hell. And I used to just watch you all the time, man. Like, and then that's a lot of you guys that I still watch to today was the guys that I started watching when I had one subscriber. I don't change up like that. I stick with the crew, the people
Yeah.
that that I
Uh,
saw and I watch everybody really, but when my
yeah.
point is that I support the guys that I knew
It's
started from the
what
bottom.
right
Yeah, yeah.
from the
Like
bottom.
2A in LA.
Yeah.
I remember 2A LA back, he's from California. Cali Cool Guns. I
Yeah.
remember he started I remember 2A Ninja when he had 200 subscribers. And
Mm.
now he's approaching 100,000. So it's
Um,
like it's
no.
nice to see people. I mean,
Right.
like I said, I mean, some of us don't have YouTube on our side, on our good side. Like I know sometimes I might say stuff and they might not like it because it's coming out of Menlo Park, it's coming out of San Francisco, Cupertino. People got to realize the headquarters for YouTube is out of the Bay Area. So when you upload a video, unfortunately, in 2026,
Yeah.
you got to visualize who is going to be viewing this video.
Right.
You can't just say like, "Oh man, it's a dope ass video. I'm gonna put it up and it's gonna boom. It's gonna turn green. I'm gonna make money on it." No, you got to remember these motherfuckers cannot monetize that video if they don't
Right.
like something that you say or do.
Exactly.
So I try to trick the system. One of my things I would say, what I do, I'm from California, so I know how this shit work in tech. I work for Apple, and
Right.
these people that view this content, it's what shift that you put it on. For example, if you try to upload a video showing guns and stuff like in the middle of the day, like they say 1 p.m. West Coast time or 2 p.m. West Coast time, 3 p.m., it ain't gonna get monetized because those are all the haters. But if you
Okay.
do it in the early morning where people
Yeah.
are lazy, ain't had their coffee yet, and they just want to get
Yeah.
through they want to get
Right.
through their work, everything
Yeah.
goes green, 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 green. And another trick is don't label your don't title your video and don't do the thumbnail. Let it just say today's date and then let YouTube pick the thumbnail, and 90% of the time it'll get monetized quickly, and then you go back in and edit it and put your
Right.
title on it, because once you put your personality on it and say home invasion and then you have a picture of what a dude holding a lady
Yeah.
with a gun to her head,
Right.
oh no, they ain't about to monetize that. No,
Nah.
no,
They might even
somebody
try
will,
to
and
take out.
somebody will in YouTube headquarters, but the person that you might put it up that hour, they like, fuck that, hell no. Because a lot of them
Mm.
are anti-gun. You got to realize people are out there in the Bay Area. A lot of them don't like guns. Those people that in
Right.
tech
Yeah.
don't like guns. Google,
Right.
Facebook, all that shit, no go, no go. They don't like firearms, period. And they
Right.
employees, they can't even be putting shit up on their Instagram pages about firearms and whatnot
Right.
because they'll
Right.
get fired.
Yeah.
So there's a lot go into it, and I knew that before I got a gun too, but a lot of guys, they struggle because when I'm watching, I'm cringing. I'm going like, that ain't gonna work. Because you can tell, you can look and see. I can look and see the creator, but more importantly, I can look and see the person that's gonna view it and how they might interpret it. So
Right.
I found my little window is like I'd sit down, I get a day off of work or something like that. I'll make like 2 days off. I'll make like maybe 13 videos
Okay.
and don't really mention the day of the week in it, and don't like if it's a national
Right.
championship game, I won't say, "Hey, I'm about to watch the national championship game," because I
Yeah.
don't know when I'm going to release it. So
Right.
I'll just omit anything that's actually today in a video that I might release 2 weeks later. Like there's videos that I put up that they've been made like a month ago. So
Mm.
I figured that out a long time ago. How to I talked to a guy that I work for in Apple, and his daughter is a content creator, but she's a surfer. And she's out of La Jolla, California. She's a big time surfer, and she does content creating. And she was saying, "Oh, my daughter would go in the garage and make 40 videos in like 2 days, and she won't, and she just slowly uploads them." I was like, "Oh, okay, wait a minute." So but if you don't listen, you ain't gonna learn. So
Yeah.
the mere fact that I
Like my
was
brother
listening to
Saint.
the
Each
mere
one
fact,
teach one.
right? So a lot of guys, what they do is they're creating content on the fly, which is good. I mean, you're doing it, but try to sit down one day and just really think about ideas, write them all down, and then I'll do a video, turn green, and I'll watch it again. I don't like it, I delete it.
Oh,
Like, you know
okay.
what I mean?
Okay.
You
Right.
know, you got to have your own standards, man. Like, you
Yeah.
can't just be putting shit out there, and just because you put it out there, man, really look at your shit, rewind your shit, and look at it, and be like,
Right.
does that look solid to you? Because if
Yeah.
it don't, I'm deleting it and gonna do the whole video again.
Right.
So that's just my little take. Like, as far as I don't take it so serious, but
Yeah.
I do look at it like, if I'm gonna be doing it, I don't want to be giving all my time to this shit. So I'd rather just sit down on a Saturday, if I've got a Saturday or Sunday, and just make 13, 10 videos, 6 videos, 8 videos, and then review them all, look at them all, and then slowly just get them all green, and then
Right.
just release whenever you want to.
Okay.
And
Okay.
that way you don't have to drive yourself crazy, really. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right. I got a question for you. And you too, Saint. I got 2 questions for y'all. Each. I want to know what's your favorite gun that's in your collection right now, or what you utilizing, and which gun in a shit hit the fan situation, like for example, a home invasion. Which one are you gonna agree? Which gun are you gonna pick up and choose to confront that funky ass savage with?
Saint, what you getting, Saint? What you got, Saint?
It depends, man. Well, 2 things.
Well, home invasion, right? T, you said
Nah,
home
which
invasion.
one you gonna grab?
Well, he gonna get hit up with that Glock first, the Glock 19. Them, him, and the gang. I'm gonna bless him with that as I'm getting myself to that 5.56 11.5 PSA.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Ooh.
Damn.
yeah, and I will be hitting you
You
with.
gonna do them like that, Saint?
Yeah, they getting straight full grain. Him and them.
Mm.
Yeah, they
So
getting
you
full
grabbing the
grain.
Glocky first, the 19.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you gonna hit him with that 9mm.
Yep.
And then
Yep.
if that ain't good enough, you gonna back that up with that nasty ass 5.56 coming out of that 10.11-inch barrel.
That'll get it done.
That'll get it done.
That'll get
All
it
right,
done.
We're
brother.
gonna have a party.
Yeah,
Everybody
we're gonna have a funky party.
gonna be
The mere
loud.
fact that you said Glock 19, they're in trouble, because that means you shoot that gun the best. That's your best shooting gun.
That's your best shooting gun.
Oh yeah,
It has to be, because he wouldn't have picked it if he didn't.
Right.
Yeah, that's my go-to. I'm a Glizzaki out. Glock 19. However you want it. 15, 17, 30 shots, whichever poison. If you enter my home at the wrong time, but you're gonna be the right
Two-way. I gotta get you in here. Hit the link, brother.
life.
Get up in here. I'll text you the link if you want to come up in here. All right, eyes and ears. Ain't no getting out of it. Don't avoid it. Which one are you grabbing? I know it's like picking your child, and I don't have no favorite. If I did, I ain't gonna let nobody know.
That's right.
I'm just saying it's hard to do it, but I know you got some shit too. So what you gonna hit them? Or are you laying down in bed right now and you hear a savage kicking in your door, climbing through your windows, and it ain't just one door. They at the side door, they at your back door. You hear one of your windows being busted. Which one you picking?
So you saying multiple goons coming through the doors?
Yeah,
savage. Well, like I'm like saying, so if it's just a bump and it's one savage, I got my Glock 21 suppressed. I got that with a regular Obsidian can on there, so I grabbed the Glock 21 45 ACP and send one right up his stinking ass. But if it's multiple, now I'm gonna grab, because these are the guns I got out at night. I'm gonna grab my Springfield Kuna suppressed with a 30.
I didn't know you had a Kuna, brother.
Yeah, with a 35 rounder with subsonic. So that I get quick shots, quick acquisition. And I'll just be pop. Ain't gonna blow my eardrums out. And yeah, That's what I would go for.
Oh my
Absolutely.
Yeah.
God!
But if it's just one, if it's just one,
your Glock 21
yep, suppressed. Got to have it suppressed. Yep.
suppressed, and what else?
The Springfield Kuna 9mm PC. Yep.
So you gonna confront them with a 45 and a 9mm?
Yep.
Right. Why is that? Break it down to us,
Well,
Isaac. Ears.
because let me tell you right now.
Shit down.
I'm gonna tell you right now. Like I said, if I hear multiple areas being invaded, you're gonna want speed on your side. You're gonna need speed. And PCC is really designed for that. If you really think about it, short barrel rifles were designed by Navy SEALs and Delta Forces. They wanted something short, 8.5 inches with a can on it, so they can breach doors, maneuver around, and get multiple shots with high capacity.
Right.
That's why the 300 Blackout is built to be suppressed. That round was built for suppression for that very reason.
Exactly.
QCB,
And I got one.
right.
Yeah.
So I'm going with the piece. I'm going with that Kuna because I had it now for a while, and I got over about, I think, between 11 and 1,500 rounds through it. No hiccups, no jam. It shoots really flat. It's quick. It's light. I mean, that's what you need when you got multiple intruders coming to you. You need something quick that you can get shots off really, really fast, but accurately at the same time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So no recoil. Ain't gonna be no recoil. Like, ain't gonna be none of that. You're gonna be just almost damn like fully automatic almost. Fast as you squeeze that trigger.
Right. We got Darth Vader. Darth Vader. I'll send you check your text. I send you the link. And Archery Ray, if you want to come in, I'll send you the link too. So, I'll send it to you if you want to come in or not. That's up to you.
But hey, Saint, T, man, since you brought that up, talking about suppression, this is what I learned. I only been in for a while. I got two can. I got a 22 LR can and a 45 ACP can that I can convert to shoot a bunch of calibers. Okay. This is what I'm finding out, like my own personal experience with this. They're not really ideal because you ain't gonna be able to carry it around with you. When you put a 45 ACP can on a Glock 21, that thing is long. Right. So here's the thing. I was thinking, like, well, why did I actually buy this? I'm asking myself, like, because I keep it real. Sometimes you buy shit and you're like, this is a waste of fucking money. Why'd I do this? But that's not what I'm saying. When I realized what it's really for, it's really built for home defense when you ain't shooting no ear pros on.
Right.
So when you got these guns at home, I think when we do these videos, these home invasion videos, and I'm like, light them up with this and like that. Go into a range and creep your ear pro off and see how freaking loud that shit is. So, and I remember a long time ago, you did a video saying, I ain't fucking suppressing shit because I want to blow his eardrums out. I ain't saving the funky savage's ears. I remember you said I ain't thinking that funky ass savage going to hear like I hear, bro. But here's
that's
the
when
problem.
I had that PDX.
Right. But here's the problem.
Right. Darth Vader. We got Darth Vader in the building.
Darth Vader. What's up, Darth Vader? But here's the problem with that theory.
Brothers, what's going on?
What's up, Darth Vader? But here's the problem with that theory, T. The reason why the savages, they're not going to be really affected by shooting a gun inside of a house because they're criminals. Right. That's their nature. They don't run around with ear pros and they don't even go to the range, half of them. They shoot outside. They attack people, jack them. They are actually more in tune to shoot without ear protection than an actual person that owns guns and go to a range. Right. Our ears are sensitive. Yeah. Criminals' ears are not sensitive.
Right.
So my thing is, if I'm going to protect my life, I want to at least be able to hear everybody after I do it. I don't want to be running around, So I think that's the best benefit for suppression. I think is in a home defense scenario. It's not practical traveling across the country. It ain't practical, EDC. It ain't practical for any other reason other than you actually in combat, probably. But if you're not in combat, suppression is excellent for home defense, in my personal opinion.
Okay. I'm glad you expanded that because a lot of people. I'm in Dallas. I'm from the projects. We accustomed to loud music, 308, AK-47s, all that going off. I'm used to the wham bam, the loudness. We gonna set it off like the 4th of July all the time. This every week. I'm used to that. So, and I'm glad you said that because a lot of people wasn't really taking a good understanding to what I was saying as not being suppressed. Because one thing about it, I get to get off and protect my lifestyle, and that's gonna also call the cops at the same time for me. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, right.
So they're sleeping about to wake grandma, everybody visits get woke up. I'm gonna let the block. My ears gonna be ringing, but to that. I'm used to the big fireball. I'm used to I'm used to that. So this is my theme park. You see what I'm saying? Y'all just on a roller coaster ride, but I'm this y'all park. I'm all
That's
for
what's
it.
up.
You know what I'm
Darth,
saying?
hey, Darth,
the
hey,
funny
hey, hey, hey,
thing,
hey, wait a minute. Hey, since Darth has entered the building, I gotta give you that same question, brother. Which one you
oh
picking
man,
up?
you already know. Well, I'm
I
not
know, I
fortunate
remember
enough.
what you told me, but
I'm not fortunate. I'm not fortunate enough to have a suppressor yet. It's on the way. However, I keep these and I keep these by the side of the bed. So I'm a real light sleeper. And if I hear anything out the ordinary, the first thing I do, I grab these and then I grab these and turn the mic on. My wife got a pair next to her bed.
okay.
She already know what her mission is. Put them on, get in the closet, and lay down.
Yeah.
On the bedside on the dresser is that Springfield XDM and 10 millimeter with two
Ooh.
with
Ooh,
two
you gonna do them like
additional
that, Darth.
with two
You gonna do that.
additional yeah with two additional magazines loaded at the bedside. Underneath the bed is my custom, and I built it myself, 12.5-inch 6.5 Grendel.
Man.
And I reload. So them rounds in there, they hot, they screaming.
Oh,
And I've already talked to my neighbor who is Metro PD, Metro Nashville PD. He already said, if I hear the first shot, I already know what the drill is. I'm getting out the house and down the stairs. You call me if you need backup.
yeah,
So
yeah.
Right.
Awesome neighbor.
my bedroom is my fortress. Now, if I'm in the other bedroom, it's like slim pickings. All that stuff that's in the bedroom is my long range stuff.
Mm,
So, I mean, if you come through and like Saint Dorilla said, I got your poison. It's a buffet.
Yep.
You got the 10 mil, you got the 6.5 in here. In the living room, we got the AK
ooh,
and the 308 and the
308,
love
boy.
the
damn.
love seat. Yeah, I got a 13.5-inch 308 AR pistol at
That's
the
a nice
same
build right
time.
there.
Damn.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Um, and each side of the couch and the love seat, there's a gun in each armrest. And then in the spare
Mm-hmm.
bedroom, I got the 12.5 mutant underneath the bed. And in the closet is it's an armory. The best thing for you to do is to not come in here. Just don't.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
Just
what I
don't.
say.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But the funniest thing, fellas, and the simplest thing I seen is I was watching a YouTube video and this guy was antagonizing this lady. She let him know, bruh, I got a firearm in here. Leave me alone. Don't come in here. He kept banging on the door, banging on the door. He grabbed the handle. You know what that young lady did? That young sister did? She grabbed the taser and shocked the shit out of him.
Mm.
While
Through
he
the
jiggling
handle?
on that door handle, she hit that
Oh
door
my
handle,
God.
and all you heard on that ring camera was that ninja hollering and crying, begging
Oh,
for
okay, I got you.
Jesus.
Wow.
And he got on down. So it's something that simple that can help you get somebody off you.
Yeah,
However, if they breach that door, I mean, you've gotta run drills with your family. They gotta know what their purpose is.
yeah,
If you know your wife is squeamish to noise, okay, you already know your role on the ground. Call 911. You got kids in the house. Hey, look, you hear the shoot, get on the ground. Call 911. Don't try to go to the door. And the thing that most people do is, and it's the first and fatal mistake. I tell people this all the time. If you hear somebody come in, don't go looking for them. You know the layout of
Mm.
your house. Stay
yeah,
Yeah.
put.
yeah,
You let
Yep.
them
yeah,
come find you.
yeah,
Right, because
You
they're
let
coming
them
to
come
rob you,
find
so
you.
they're gonna go room to room. Yeah.
There you go.
yeah.
Don't panic. Don't panic, because when you panic, that's when you start making mistakes. You're
Yeah.
That's
gonna
a
have
great
that
point.
adrenaline rush. You gotta learn to control that. And what I've
Let me let
started
me let
doing,
me ask you this question, Darth Vader.
yeah,
In a scenario where you have multiple other family members throughout that house, say you got a home that got bedrooms upstairs, bedrooms downstairs,
yes, sir.
and you have a home invasion, and will you still say let them come to you, and but what if they don't have guns? What if they not armed? you know, in that situation, if it's a home invasion and your kids are downstairs, they got a downstairs bedroom, and you're going to have to, go and confront them and just send them to Funky Town. In a situation like that, what would you do?
All right. So, say for example, all three of y'all came to the house. We sitting in the living room. I make it known right then. If you are not, if you don't like guns or you scary, do not sit in this living room. Everybody who sits on each end of the couch, I let them know. In case somebody breaking that door, there's a firearm in each of these armrests. You get that firearm and you do what needs to be done.
Yes.
Just don't shoot me. Now, if it's that's all I ask. If it's a 2-story house, the first thing you do, man, don't aim up because that's where all your people gonna be at.
Yeah.
If they're coming in, you need to have one person that's the point man. And that one person that's designating the orders. That's why it's so important. When we talked last time, T, you got to run drills with your family and make sure everybody's on the same
Absolutely.
accord.
Yeah.
You got to once a month or, once every 3 months, just run that drill so everybody knows what is going on.
Yep.
Get your loved ones acquainted with the firearms that's in the house. I see all the time where our white counterparts, they're introducing their kids to firearms at 5, 6, 7, 8 years old. We're introduced to them by circumstance. Uncle Johnny got that revolver underneath the seat. Uncle Riri,
Some Darth Vader, not all, because that's not how I was introduced. My grandma taught us how to shot, and in the South, I will tell you unequivocally, in the South, most African American kids are introduced to firearms at very young ages by hunting, not necessarily the streets. Now, there, you got some get the streets, but most of the kids in the deep South, they get it by going hunting and fishing and gator hunting and rabbit hunting with their parents and their grandpa. Just
You're
saying,
absolutely
in
right.
the city, no, not so much.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah,
You're
in the city,
absolutely
you got
right. In
hours.
the South, and I've learned that coming from I'm from Miami, so that's how we ran up on guns. You weren't supposed to find it in somebody's shoebox. I didn't get indoctrinated into that until I moved into the South in 2001 up here in Mississippi and Tennessee. So when I saw that, I was seeing our white counterparts, but at the same time, like Eisenhower's Tactical was saying, his big mama showed him at a young age, baby, look, this what this do. We're gonna go out here and get these rabbits and we gonna eat. Now I'll hunt and shoot the shit out of a deer, but I don't eat wild game. I don't eat that stuff, man. If somebody call me and say, hey man, I need some meat for the freezer, okay, I'll go out there in the yard and wait till they run across, go on, put them down, skin them.
And it was crazy, Darth Vader, about that with Sam, is that this is a really interesting thing, because if you think about it for a minute, when you hear about kids getting their hands on firearms, without parents' consent, whatever, that's usually in the city.
Yeah.
In the South, man, my big mama, she used to have a shotgun by the door and then 22 on her stand, and she would walk all around the house and don't y'all touch that gun. That gun can sit there all day long. Ain't nobody gonna touch that gun.
That's funny,
but in the
because my
city,
daughters,
but the city is different, because you're right, because the kids have not been introduced to the gun about safety and firearm and all that kind of stuff. So when they playing around, they stumble across a firearm, they put it to their head accidentally and shoot themselves.
My daughter's grandfather in Mississippi, he kept a shotgun and a 22 by the door. And I used to tell my wife, man, why you don't move that stuff? He said, hell, they know not to touch it.
Yep.
And that's how they grew up, knowing not to touch it. Because me coming from the city, when I saw that, I was like, man, we had to hide our stuff underneath clothes and towels and stuff like that. And Big Daddy, he was the only one that knew where his gun was. We knew he had one, but not where it was. But if you ran across it, don't touch it. And so he kept it out in the open, and they knew not to touch it. She grew up with it, and they already knew not to touch him.
Right.
But to go back to your earlier point when you was talking about, a 2-story, like Eyes and Ears was saying, and like Saint Therese was saying, Man, talk to your family and have a plan in place.
Yeah,
That's how they
Yeah,
always
that's
right,
catch
key.
folks. That's how they catch us off guard is when we're not on the same page and we're running around. They like, okay, they running around. Let's sit back and we can pick them off.
right,
We can
right,
pick
Yep,
them
right,
off
yep.
because
right,
they just run around. They ain't got no plan.
right.
But if you stay quiet and get somewhere where you're supposed to be and you don't attract that attention, you control the
Yeah,
outcome of
you
what
got
your
the advantage.
situation is. Yeah.
Right,
The
right.
only thing, like I said, the only thing is controlling that adrenaline. And what I've started practicing, even when I go shoot. So I live up here in Nashville, but we still have a place down in Memphis where I go out and I shoot. And so what I've started practicing when I go shoot is it's called four square breathing. You take a deep breath in for 4 seconds, hold it for 4 seconds, release for 4 seconds, and after that release, you hold it for another 4 seconds, and then you
Mm,
breathe in, and that will
okay.
calm you down. You do that box breathing, that
Yeah.
will slow you down and narrow your focus.
Wow. Thank you for that information. We got a question from Brandon in the chat. And Brandon, you need to get your ass on the live, man, because I've been asking you to come on the live too. And you ain't, so but anyway, he wanna know what do y'all think of the war between Iran and Israel and the United States, what's going on over there.
Hey,
That's his
hey, hey,
first
Saint the
question.
realist, man. And let me know if somebody come from behind me, man. I got my little. I can't show it, but I got it right here. Let me know you see something coming from behind me.
Same old head on the swivel, stay active,
Right.
stay
So what
aware.
y'all think? What's y'all opinion on it? What y'all think of that?
Man,
Well,
um,
shit,
I
my son's in the army, man. I just talked to them the other night, and they're not happy at all with this administration. And this is across the board. This ain't no Republican, Democrat, white, black. No, the military kids are not happy about this. Not only the kids, the veteran leaders are upset. The Deltas, all these guys. Because my son had an opportunity to train with some Deltas. And yeah, these completely they lost his mind picking on these people because it wasn't our fight to pick. It
Right.
was Israel's problem. A lot of people may not know regionally, Israel is the bully of the Middle East. They're the bully. They're not the nice guys. Okay. So when people look
Thank
at
you,
this, they go
Archie.
like, well, why we, no. The reason why people don't like these motherfuckers is because they be going around fucking with people in all the countries that surrounded us. And
Right.
they use our military as a trump card, no pun intended, as a trump card to say, well, if you fuck with us, we got the big bad US behind us. But for many years, all the other presidents, all the other presidents never weaponized our military in defense of Israel, is what I'm saying. It was for other reasons, possibly, but it wasn't never for the defense of the Israeli people. No, it was for oil. Sure. Was it for this? Yeah. But it was never for the defense of Israeli people. So that kind of got people pissed off, and
Right.
rightfully so, because
Right.
nobody wants to die for some people that are out here bullying people in the region, and now they wonder why everybody's mad.
Right.
It's just insane to me. So my son, they're not happy with it at all. They think it's really stupid. They don't want to be involved with this at all. So it's not a good look, man. It's not a good look at all. That's just my personal opinion coming from my son. They're not happy with this at all. And what's all that? Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Something going on Saint
Saint the
Team. I'm
realist.
trying to.
yeah.
Yeah.
The way I feel about it, T, is I, as a country as a whole, I feel like the biggest jackass that there ever was. And the reason I say that is because Netanyahu literally played Trump like a bitch.
Yeah, he did.
He came there, he fed on that bullshit ass info, and he jumped on it.
Yeah.
He jumped on it. Anytime you have somebody with his type of narcissistic ways in control of the most elite, advanced, and most strategic army that has ever been, he's looking for a reason. You
Right.
you you looking for a reason. And Netanyahu, these are professional politicians. Professional politicians. They know how to run the game. And they played
Hmm.
his last like a fiddle. And guess what happened? We fell right into a hook, line, and sinker. And as a veteran, I don't feel good about it because we're stretched thin, and it's going to be to the point where you're really going to leave the citizens to protect themselves because we're constantly going over here fucking with people.
Yeah.
You now you've over there finna go mess with Cuba, and I just listened to the interview the dictator did with Kristen Welker, and dude he had nothing but hostility towards her. She was asking, you know, what will it take for you to open up U.S. and Cuban relations? Dude was like, man, where you get that from? Whose agenda are you supporting? I'm like, dude, for you to open up your country to try to speak your piece on how you want the U.S. and Cuba relations to be resolved, you came out mad aggressive.
Yeah.
And
That
Mm-hmm.
so
is.
that right there let me know that our standing in the world is just like our credit rating. Our standing in the world went from A plus to a fucking F.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This Cheeto dusted fucker in the White House has literally put a target on every American's back who
I
goes
agree.
outside of these United States borders. You are a
Mm-hmm.
walking target. Now,
Yep.
I don't like playing the race card, but I will in this instant. A lot of these people, they see the plight that we went through as black people and how we're still struggling for our equality in this country in 2026. So they sympathize with that. So they don't too much mess with us.
Mm-hmm.
But our pale, blonde hair, blue eyed brethren, when they go over there and they find out an American, oh yeah, they finna get cash for you. They finna get cash money for you.
Yeah, I said the same thing. I said the same
Absolutely.
thing.
And
I said white people. I said
uh,
they gon' if it is some terror sales here, they gonna target y'all before they target us because our lives are seen, no more than what a Palestinian life is over there.
yeah,
Nobody gives a fuck. You know what I'm saying? So of course they gonna opt to get y'all before they
yeah.
get one of us. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it is what it is. So I agree
My
with what you're saying, Darth Vader, for sure.
my apology, man. I don't know what's going on with the channel. I seen y'all talking, but everything got muted. I had to back out twice. The
Oh,
rest
okay.
didn't come
You
back in,
good,
so that's what
bro?
that was. But
Yeah.
for as this war stuff, man, I say this. Um, at this point, it really don't matter who the hell we have in office because the group we had, the administration we had before this, they was lying about us even being in war, and
Mm-hmm.
then we had soldiers breaking open, like making lives and putting it out on social media when a certain individual was lying about, oh no, we not in war, and the guys pop out live on social media, intense at war, and the guy busts out and go, well, what the hell are we at then if we're not at war? Like, come
Right.
on, come on, this is America. They like to try to put it in people's faces when it's to a certain type of level of heat, but we damn near always in war, damn near. Shoot, we say it's money, man. That power of a dollar and power. I mean, you mix those two, hell, when we not really fighting somewhere, we're gonna stick our nose somewhere that shouldn't, it shouldn't be. We're gonna blame it on a certain agenda, and then here we go, innocent people, fighting a political war. So that's kind of like that's the way of the USA land right now. Sad
Yeah.
but true. And as far as what we got going on right now, man, we have a currency issue. We have a spiritual issue. I always had a spiritual issue, and we having it's a lot of it's like a big pot of gumbo. We just mixing it, a big pot of
Right.
bullshit. We
Yeah.
mixing a whole lot of bullshit. That's
Yep.
what
A
we
lot of
got going on,
bullshit.
and we not they not putting their family in harm's way,
Right.
but the way society is set up, you know, we 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 come up good hearted, mean well, and serve to protect, and put those colors and moral values and all that on display. That honorable, that
Right.
integrity. All that. So, I mean, it comes with it. It comes with the territory. But at the same time, it's like, man, what the hell are we fighting for? We are fighting because a group of politicians are lining their fucking pockets a certain way. That's what we're doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
And it
that's
just
pretty
is
much
what
it.
it is.
Yeah.
That's what it is. And then we have, our innocent children, and then I don't know if y'all been following it, but they already talking about in December of this year, ages 17 to 25, they automatically getting, sent in. type shit. Like they're gonna just straight up,
So they're trying to
yeah,
reinstitute the draft.
Right.
yeah, the
What?
draft, yeah,
Good
Oh,
luck. Good luck with that.
for
yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
So they
Good
got that
luck.
That
going
group
on.
1725 is not solid.
No, it's not.
It's not the same 1725 when we were growing up.
Mm-mm.
This young generation, they different. They're different.
Exactly. Exactly, man. So you got that going on. I'm here in Dallas. We damn show for sure have sleeper cells here in Texas. And I'm
Oh
gonna
yeah.
say this, and not to freak everybody out. But we had a situation when the border crisis was going on, and we had a certain individual that was a part of this big old terrorist group, known terrorist group, and he was also at the time when this stuff kicked off held in court, I want to say like a year or so before, and was released because they couldn't prove something, but they had all the other information. It's weird how politics work. But we was somewhat forced to release this individual. He made it to our borders, and he turned around. I did a live on it, and he turned around and go, "Soon we'll know who he is." What the hell do you mean by soon we will know who you are? You
Right.
sure right. We know exactly who you is because we had to Google search you and find out that you had open cases and was supposed to have been locked away for life, but politics be politicking. Hell, you set free. And now you here in the Texas area somewhere, wherever the hell you are, you're here in Texas. And I'm worried about a few things. I'm worried about big structures, large crowd, and our water supply. I'm all that because what do you mean soon we will know who you are?
Right.
And that is not like that's not a light threat from that certain type of individual because we track this money. It's coming away from areas like Dubai and all kind of stuff. This man have a strong background to do whatever he need to do. And
Hmm.
it's just weird, man, because I come outside, I do my thing, I live my regular Dallas life, and I'll go to social media, Instagram, Facebook, all, and I just watch how everybody just living their life, what they doing, training, whatever, TikTok. But it's like, damn. So we just gonna forget about the threat that was just at our borders until
Right.
something happened. So we just gonna
Right.
forget that we just had a whole situation with. See, I feel like they tried to stir us into a whole civil war here in Dallas with the illegals, and you had them we had stuff being reported to some of y'all news stations. It's funny, I didn't catch the shit here, but I had people that's not from Texas saying, "Hey, what's going on in Dallas?" I'm like, "What do you mean, what's going on
Okay.
in Dallas?" Man, they saying those people taking over stuff like this and that. I'm like, shit, I don't see where.
What?
I believe what you're saying, but where
Right.
I stuck, it's not happening. I'm not seeing it. But then I say, you know what? It's some truth to that because I will say this: some stuff, because I'm always on social media, Instagram and all that, I'm noticing that they're saying that they are taking over certain parts in Oak Cliff. But see, they want to try to stir it as if it's a black versus Mexican thing or illegal. No. That's not what's going on. It's just that those people that so-called crossed into the borders that was bad actors from Venezuela and all that, whatever, they was having a little stir up in certain parts of the Oak Cliff area, but those parts wasn't really as major as they was putting it out in the media. See, this is
Mm.
controlled media, and it's like, man, that's crazy because for us to be in a local area in the slums of the ghetto of Dallas and not catching it as big as other people that's not even from in the state of Texas,
Right.
shit ain't even been reported, but y'all catching it on y'all stations. I'm like, you know what? There's some truth to it, but it's not as big and bad as what they making it out. And I'm hearing it. But the thing is, one thing about Dallas, Texas, crime always been crime. It's always been messed up. And so that's gonna always smother itself out. We're not
Right.
gonna let nobody come here. Hell, Russia can hit this motherfucker. We not letting nobody come through the Dallas, Texas, and it's just be that. No, it's y'all gotta nuke us. I'm just gonna be honest with you. You have to nuke Texas. Ain't no fucking way. Like Texas is gonna forever be a gun smoke state. We don't care how many people are moving here that's against guns. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, from Dallas, Texas, reporting live. I promise you, every breath in my body, before Texas stop being a gun smoke state, man,
Right.
shit's gonna be up everywhere. Y'all got it's not happening.
No, it's
It's not
same with
happening.
Same with Louisiana. They'll never take the
Yeah,
guns away from these people down here.
it's not
No, not
happening,
in
bro.
Louisiana. Mississippi,
We're
Nah,
not
same
doing
man.
way.
it.
Mississippi,
Right.
The South,
Arkansas,
Too much
Tennessee,
money
Georgia.
here.
where I live at,
Too
anywhere in
much
the
money, too
South.
much land, too much
Mm.
Yeah.
structure. It's too much history. We're not having it, bro. Y'all, I don't care if we're
Right.
about to go into the tech of AI, robots. Man, just know when it's up, it's up. We're not having it. We have really strong principles here. We not going, man. We not bound down like that. Yes,
And,
Right.
YNs are acting up everywhere. Name what
Hey,
city YNs, you know, your little youngins ain't out there clucking out, crashing out. That's going on. But I'm gonna tell you
Texas
something.
is Texas is that real fuck around and find out state.
Like for real.
I
Man, I
gotta go to
can't say
Texas. That's what I was telling my brother, my
the granny a dope
Saint. That's
fiend or
like I gotta
somebody.
go to Texas. If I
For
But
brave
real.
up and do this thing in Georgia next
It's
year,
pop up.
I gotta go to Texas too.
now
Man,
it's funny when you brought that up, saying about the nukes and stuff like that. This is my own personal take. I'm not saying I got any proof behind all this. I'm just telling you what I believe. First of all, I don't think nobody's going to use a nuke. The nuke is
no.
just a way to keep big superpower countries at bay. But you notice we don't mess with North Korea. You notice we don't mess with other countries that have nukes. So
Right.
we spend all our time trying to make sure countries that have resources that we may want not to develop a nuclear arm, right? So
Right.
that's what
Right.
the nuke thing is about. The nuke is basically having the big bad bully right behind you saying, okay, come fuck with us. I hate that I'll push this button. But most of these people are all narcissists. They don't want to give up their power, their money. So they know if they do that, it'll destroy humanity. Then now what's the point? So that ain't
Right.
gonna happen. But for our country, I believe what is more likely is an internal invasion. Nobody's gonna paratroop in America. No one's coming in no boat. Nobody's coming in no battleship, submarine, none of that shit. But guess what has already been here?
What?
Illegal foreign
Yes.
nationalists already been here for over 50,
Inside
60
out.
years. So all they have to do is just activate. They don't have to
Yeah.
come in off the borders. That's a wrap. That shit's, man, they're already over here. So what can actually happen in the middle of fucking Iowa out of a bunker, 5,000 Chinese nationalists can just arrive
Right.
with AKs and start walking into small little towns. They're not going to bomb Manhattan, LA, Chicago. No, they're going to go inside out.
I want
If
to. I
they
want to ask
ever
you
Right.
if they
something.
ever going to try to take over America, there's already enough people that China can pay off other groups of people that are already embedded here, sleeper cells from
Yep.
all around the world. It's a lot of people don't like us. People got to realize this. A lot of people don't like us, so they don't have to all be the same. People got this visualization like, oh, the Russians are coming. Oh, the Chinese are coming. No, the Russians, the Chinese, the Iraqis, the Afghanis, the Cubans, the South Americans,
Got
they all don't like us. The Mexicans, they are not our friend either. People think the Mexicans are our friend. Them motherfuckers don't like us. So
hell
all
no.
them people south of the border are waiting for that call to take this country over. And this is what they got going for them on their side if they ever want to do an internal takeover of America. But it's gonna be rough, but this is what they got going for their side. There's stupid ass people in America that don't even believe they should have guns. There's stupid ass people in America that don't believe there could be an internal invasion.
Yeah.
There's
Mm.
dumbass people in America that don't even believe that China is buying up thousands and thousands of acres of farmland and building silos and bunkers. And people don't believe this. I got a video still up. I showed y'all. I live in San Diego, right by the border, coming from Calexico, right from the border.
Right.
Tijuana is right there. I had a video I was showing you on the side of the road in an unincorporated area right outside of Yuma, Arizona. School buses unloading all these Chinese immigrants, and they
Yeah.
all were fucking men, and they were between
What?
the age of 18 and 30.
I
There was
heard
no
about
women,
that
there was
shit.
no children, there's no babies. I
All
don't want to hear
military
none of
style.
that shit.
Yeah.
No, they
Oh
were all
man.
able-bodied men with Nike bags and shoes and
All
clothes,
this.
didn't look hungry at all, ear pods hanging all out. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? See,
Yeah.
that's what people don't be paying attention to. So they ain't gotta come over paratrooping like Hamas did to
They're
Israel.
not.
Oh, that ain't gonna happen, bro. Just what Saint just said. They know 90% of America got a gun.
Yeah.
So how are they gonna take over this country? They gonna have to do it boots on the ground. They're not gonna be able to air people in and shit. They have everybody here that don't like us and say, y'all ready? This is our stand. That's what I think is more likely
And
to
see,
happen. But
this is
actual
why.
invasion? No, not no invasion. No, that'll never happen. We got too much Navy power, too much Air Force power.
And that's why it's important to train. And my
Yep.
thing is, okay, they can have all that going for them. Where
And
the
even if they
hell?
don't win, say I'm sorry, Saint. And even if they
Yeah.
don't win, let's say if they try it and but if they just take lives, that
Okay.
would be a win for them. That's all I'm
Yeah.
saying.
And where's these people's training at? See, here we talk about two-way, protecting yourself, arm yourself, train, train, train. Okay, we also have this thing to where, okay, if you don't use it, you lose it. Where the hell are y'all training at? Are y'all underground? I don't give a damn how well trained you are. Okay, military style men, once a soldier, always a soldier. Okay,
Yep.
cool. But some of these able-bodied people, they're mixed in. You know, I mean, say they all military style men. let me tell you something. They still have to train to a certain point somewhere. Like that's like me been fighting like boxing my whole life. I have to open up a can of whoop ass somewhere, whether it's shadow boxing, whether it's me in a gym sparring. I gotta keep my skills levels.
Gotta whip that
Good.
ass, Saint.
I got to. You know what I'm saying? So if
Got
you
to.
don't use it, you lose it. And okay, y'all been doing this for X amount of years or time, whatever it is, and y'all just program that way, like riding a bike, cool. But see, like you say, it's not just about taking them out. I just need to wreak havoc, cause chaos, do enough
Right.
damage till my people come through. Cool. And I get that. And you're spot on with that. Along with the border crisis thing with this guy, and they already talking about sleeper cells and everything. You heard that, this and this and that. Look what happened in New Orleans with the truck guy running over people and all that. Like you get little stuff, little moments popping off here and there. But it's like, man, say a lot of American citizens are not really just taking heed to this as serious as they should. You know, like we get on these channels and we talk about arm yourself, home invasions, all kind of stuff. But people hear it and see it for entertainment, but they know it can get real. But I need y'all to understand that this shit is really serious. Like we not, I mean, bro, ain't nobody paying us to say this shit. Like it's real. It's that
Right,
serious.
right.
You know what I'm saying? You
Uh-oh. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Hey, we got somebody else in the building, y'all. Not to cut you off, my bad, brother Saint, but we got somebody else in the building. Didn't I tell y'all that this was gonna be an epic night? Let me introduce to the stage my brother from another mother, James, motherfucking Walker from the Third Zone TV. Let me bring him on in. There he is. What's up,
going
brother
on, fellas?
James?
What's going
What's
on?
going
brother?
on, fellas?
What's up, James?
What it do? What it
It's
do?
it's kind of hard to see me because I'm sitting here waiting to get loaded. Since
Okay.
I got some time, I thought I'd come in and jump in
Well, where
and
them
say hi
pigs
to
at,
everybody and
man?
chop it up.
Where them
There's
pigs
another
at?
truck. There's another truck they load in front of me right now. I'll
Oh,
be there
okay.
next.
Okay.
The alert zone.
The Alert Zone
Yeah,
is
I'm in the
in the
building.
building. Alert Zone TV. I want you to be safe out there, brother James. And
Hey, man.
we going to that goddamn shot show. We gonna go to
Oh
that
yeah,
shot show.
yeah.
We
I
going
was
to
gonna
that. We
tell you
gonna
we
have
gonna get
our
that
own
together.
road trip, and we gonna document it, for the YouTube. And we
Uh-huh.
going on a road trip to Shot Show next year in
This
Vegas.
this
Oh, I want to go.
this
I want to. I want
weekend.
to go to that. I got to go
Yeah.
to that.
Well, you can
This
join us.
weekend.
You can
This
join us.
weekend. This weekend. I'm gonna look into that and see how you get set up for that.
Okay.
So we can figure this out early because I want to go to SHOT Show.
Yeah. And I want to
Get
go
me
to
a
Shot
press
Show.
pass or whatever.
Yeah. And fuck it, I might even just jump on a plane, man.
Oh, that'd be
Nah,
even
you ain't
better.
Face
getting
my
on no plane.
fears.
Hey, you know
Face my
what?
fears.
If anybody can get him on the plane, it'll be me. I'll BS with him at the airport. Hell, if I gotta drive or fly to Detroit and then turn around and fly to Vegas, I'll do that. I get him up in past TSA, and we
Yeah.
start acting a fool in the restaurant. He'll get on that plane. Give him some music to listen to, and shit, man, we get us on the plane with a
Yeah.
TV. Man,
Yeah.
you watch you a couple movies before you know it, we be landing in Vegas. But I wanted to
Man.
say this. I wanted to say, man, it's good to be here, but in all seriousness, I think things is like this is needed because of everything that's going on countrywide with the 2A. Like I dropped a video earlier about Rhode Island being the first state to actively start going after the possession of AKs and what have you, quote unquote assault rifles.
Hell
Even though
no.
they know they can't get the votes, even though they know they don't have the votes, they've tried it twice already, and they bringing it up again. That's boost signaling to everybody else that have the votes. They're gonna start going after the possession of them, not only the manufacturing, man.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Wow.
And it's funny to tell you they doing that at a time where we going through all this war stuff and man man gas prices. It's like in the midst of all the chaos, currency they talking about stepping away from the US dollar and going to this token system. All kind of crazy stuff is in the works, man. It's like, why are y'all so locked in on stripping your citizens of they God given rights like that? It's our politicians. It doesn't matter what side of the fence they on? Democrats, Republicans? See, we don't have a Democrat or Republican problem. We have a USA problem. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
sir.
Mm.
Yes,
A
sir.
USA
And
problem.
see,
You know?
here's the thing, and this is what pisses me off. The whole concept of woke was our spiritual brothers and sisters in music, our Nubians, like the Roots, Erica Badu. When they quoted the term woke, they meant that people who are woke to see, their eyes are open to see what the government is doing. They
Correct.
took our word and switched it around to mean something denigrating, which it's not.
Correct.
Woke mean people are woke, awake to see what the hell you are doing. And the fact that people are woke, black, white, whatever, that we're woke, they're
Mhm.
losing control. The government is losing control, so they need to regain the control of its people, to make us scared, to take away our weapons so that we don't become the next civil war where the government is being overthrown by the people because we're tired of their shit.
Mhm.
So
Right.
you come out every time you turn around. There's something in the news to distract you. Don't it's like when you took pictures. Hey, look over here, smile. That's exactly what they're doing. The Epstein files.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
it's something else, and then it's something else, and then it's something else, and then it's something
Mhm.
else. I don't care about that shit. When you start messing with my money, when you start, because here's the thing: the Epstein files don't sign my checks. The Epstein
Correct.
files don't put food in my kids' mouth. So I
Yeah.
can't focus on that. But you're steadily shoveling it down our throats
Yeah.
that you're literally making it almost part of everyday lifestyle. These kids can't even quote, what's going on in their books, but they can damn sure tell you what the hell the damn Epstein files are.
Right.
It's a talking
Well,
point.
I,
And like I said, you're trying to control your people, and you took our word woke for something else, but we are woke now to see what the hell y'all are doing and trying to control your people, and you don't like it. You're distracting us with all this stuff. The biggest distraction you did was going over there to fight that Iran war. When people weren't even messing with us.
that's what, that Jewish war. I got a
The people
question.
weren't even messing with us.
I got a question for the panel. Since I got some gun aficionados on here, team team AR-15 or team AK-47, what y'all rolling with?
I'm Team
AR-15
C,
for me.
both.
Yeah, both.
Wouldn't it-
But yeah, here in America.
Jimmy, you can't, James, you can't make me pick one, man.
No, 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 no.
I'm a
I'm just
backup.
asking. I'm asking because some
Okay.
people have both, but they have a preference.
My
Um,
preference is AR-15.
my
Okay.
preference is uh my ARs because I'm well versed in my ARs. I know I'm learning the AK platform because, like Saint the Realist was saying about these Chinamen being here in this country, and we got all these other agitators that are silent in the country. The preferred weapon of our enemy is what? The AK.
Uh
So
huh.
I've got to become well versed in that platform because if it does go down, there's millions of ARs all over the place. Yeah, but I need to be well versed in that platform of my enemy. So case in point, if something go down, I can be able to hear, okay, that's an AK. That means somebody got some strong power coming close to me. I need to get the hell away from them because this AR ain't finna do much.
Uh huh. Yeah,
So
because
Yeah.
I mean,
y'all
I'm
go ahead. I was just gonna say that for me, I'm from New Orleans, so I'm supposed to be an AK guy. Now, it wasn't until I'm from New Orleans, I'm from Chopper City, so I'm supposed
Okay.
to be an AK guy. Now, I will say this, in my opinion, the AR is easier to learn how to use than the AK is. Was it what they say modular?
yes,
Yeah.
sir.
So once I finally got, because I had an AK first. Well, I have an SKS also. I just haven't showed it yet. And I had a little bit of time learning how to adjust to shoot a SKS. But when I got in, grabbed my first AR-15, man, that was like almost like a cheat code for me.
Hmm.
So yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be team AK-47, but I'm just saying, you know, yeah, I just
I
thought I'd
feel
ask that. I mean, since we got these gun aficionados here,
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
I'm a,
yeah.
I'm a,
I think I got both of them too. But if for the most part, like I said, both of those rounds, the 7.62 by 39 and 5.56 will be everywhere if shit hit the fan. It
Yeah.
won't be so much like, oh man, I can't find on 7.62. Oh yes, you will. You're gonna find a lot of AKs. You're gonna find a lot of 5.56. The only thing I can say about the two platforms that I see significantly different, the AK is built to last forever. It's a tank. The AR I think is a little bit more finicky. Like there's a lot of things that could possibly mess with the functionality
great.
if you don't keep it clean
Yeah.
and do certain things to it.
yeah.
But an AK, you can throw that shit out of a helicopter and go pick it up and it's gonna be ready to go. And so I think it's a more durable platform, in my personal opinion, but it's heavier. But the AR,
hmm
I would pick that one because of the fact that it's lighter. And like James said, you can do certain things to it that you may not be able to do to an AK. You know what I mean? The AR
Yeah.
is definitely more versatile, in my opinion.
I
And I'm
look
gonna
at
back.
I
I'm gonna
look
back
at
that up.
the. Go ahead, Saint.
I'm glad you said that because see, let me tell y'all, somebody need people to put some more respect on this AR-15 platform. They got y'all. Let me tell you something. So I'm listening to y'all, then the citizens, other people. I get where the AR-15 was and where it's at now. See, where it's at now, that platform is just as promising as the AK-47,
For sure,
depending on
for sure.
the build quality. And I'm gonna tell y'all
Okay.
something. Y'all understand barrels and the build quality. That's what I'm saying. I ain't saying go buy your $300 AR-15 and say, okay, I'm ready for the world. I ain't telling y'all to do that. You know what I'm talking about? Get what you need to get to protect your lifestyle. But when you talking about build quality and that AR-15 package, and this go ways back to Stoner and all the way up to where we at now. It's like it's the AR-15 from a scientific standpoint and build quality. Man, it took a leapfrog. It did a big leapfrog from what it was to what it is now. Hell, you got some AR-15s that'll run and run and run, and that's talking about PSAs all on YouTube. They gonna run. You go full auto, whatever you want to do. They gonna burn out. They gonna go. So we don't made some big leaps with the AR-15
Okay.
package. So,
Yeah. Okay.
but
Okay.
yeah, with that
Hey, hey,
and
not
talking 5.56 compared to 7.62 by 39, we know okay, 7.62 a heavy hitter, a thumper. But
I
let me tell
need
you
you.
something.
Hey, say,
Yeah.
explain to me what the 6 millimeter arc and
Okay.
that 338,
Um.
because they got that shit up at Bear Creek, and I
Now,
might, you know what I'm saying, in that 8.6. I saw
I
that
just did.
bullet,
I
man.
just did.
That 8.6 black, man. They put a 300 black out to shame. You know, it's
I just
crazy.
did a 6 millimeter arc 18-inch build, and
But how is
that
the
right there.
caliber of the bullet though? What's the bullet? How what can you compare to a 9 millimeter, a 40 caliber, or what you compare the actual bullet to? That's what I'm
A
interested in.
5.56 on steroids.
yeah,
Oh
Okay.
shit!
you got to think
There are
5.56
people.
out of 18
Yeah,
inch.
there are people that are doing 6 arc in 12 5 barrels and 14 5 barrels, and the ballistics are just superior to the 5.56. The only problem is the price
Barrel.
because it hasn't caught on the mainstream. As
Oh,
of right now, Hornady is your primary manufacturer of that round.
okay.
So, I told you I reload, so I've started reloading for the 108 grain. And I hadn't taken it out that far, but I have taken it out to 500 yards.
Dang.
And I'm gonna tell you right now, man, that bullet is that bullet is the truth. Um, I can take any one of my rifles out to 500 yards, but
Wow, that's good.
it will not perform the same way that 6 millimeter arc
Is it
does.
6 millimeter? Okay.
Wow.
So
Okay.
Wow.
my 12.5 6.5 Grendel, I've developed loads for that, and that's my shit hits the fan because it's CQB and I can reach out to 500 yards if I need to.
Dang.
But
Okay.
that 6 millimeter arc, you're stepping into sniper and precision territory.
Right.
And I can't speak. Saint can speak on 338. That's a whole different beast. And that 86, that blackout. That's something totally out of my repertoire.
I say this, that 8.6 blackout, it's a good load depending on what your use is for. Now when they came out with that, I mean, they had a good idea for what they wanted to do, but it's like that spin that twist rate and the barrel length and stuff like that. It's I'm just gonna be honest, man. The 338 arc just came and just slapped the fuck out of it. It slapped
Wait,
the fuck.
Wait a
hey
minute.
Saint, what? Hey
I
Saint,
love
what is
What?
the twist
What?
rate on the 86 blackout? It is like 1 in 3.
one yeah, 1 and 3. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's fast. And see, with this type of spin rate, you also got to think about bullet integrity. Also, shit break up. Shit don't give you that fine performance on paper as as they like to put out there. Shit, you know what the shooters of these rounds understand what's going on, why their guns are malfunctioning. This stuff done been dated all the way back. Like I was really one of the guys firsthand on it and was talking about it. And then I got to watching more videos and I started looking at the round and how it acted. And then I started seeing the problems from it. Hell, from you got to also factor in your climate. You know what condition your weather is when you shooting this type of style. Bullet type. And then I was noticing like from my live I did today, I couldn't think of the damn company to save my life, but I caught it now. Facts and Firearms. I'm gonna say it
yeah.
here. Firearms were one of the first ones out the gate making barrels for them, and then they teamed up with the Hornady guy to help create these barrels and the bullets and stuff like that. Bullets and barrels go hand in hand. They're supposed to. So they got on board, started cracking out these barrels for them. Guinea pigging with these AR-10 style weapons, and then it's like shit, it was okay. I noticed they started keeping stuff off the market for a while because I was in line to buy one. I'm like, why is it taking so long for y'all to restock? Like y'all not a new company. Y'all been making money off barrels for the longest, and y'all got good quality Glock clones and all this stuff. Why is it taking y'all so long to put these 8.6 blackout 16 inches 12 fives back on the market? Found out why. Hell, it was a problem. Looking at certain videos on YouTube, you looked at cold weather. Man, that gun was malfunctioning like no other, depending on the elevation that you're shooting these weapons at. Like, wherever you living at, man, say the bullets, they'll hang up. They was jamming up. And it'll get off like 3, 4 shots, lock up. It'll get off maybe 6 to 8 shots, lock up. Gun malfunctioning. And they found out, man, the weatherman was playing on that round, and just that style of rifle, that AR-10 platform, shooting this big heavy grain bullet with that fast of a twist rate. See, everything got to work together. That's why it's important to get out there and train, because you can say all this stuff on paper, but then you never know, hell, when it's go time. What if it's go time and the weather conditions are where they at? You got to be able to protect your lifestyle. And it was
True.
running into a lot of issues from rapid fire, single shots. Man, a gun video, I want to say, still up. It was
Okay.
it just wasn't working, man. It pissed these guys off, and these guys have money. You got to have money to
Hmm.
shoot that 8.6
Money's
black. That's expensive. Not a cheap round. Shit, that's expensive.
what
And so you got 338 arc come through and just
blow it out
man,
the water.
just
You
Blow it
you
out
know
the
what?
water.
boy.
That's why I tell people, no matter what your EDC is, your shit hit the fan gun, you gotta go out in the most extreme weather and shoot it where you live, because you
Yeah,
never know what's gonna happen. Like when it's that's why I be shooting outside in sub-zero temperatures. And
yep.
my thing be more of making sure the gun works than being on target, because you can adjust for the wind and all that. But it does you no good if, like you said, you get in cold weather and the gun don't work. You get 2 or 3
Right.
Man,
rounds off and it lock up.
Right.
And
yeah.
that's why I always, and for me, I never would have knew that if I wouldn't have moved up here to Iowa, because I'm from New Orleans, where it's warm year round. The only condition we usually have is rain, but more than that, we don't usually have real cold snaps. So I started figuring all that stuff out when I moved here, man, about the the trigger guard being big enough for if you got gloves on because it's -10, -20, -30. I mean, a lot of people buy guns and they figure because I paid $3,000 for it and I bought the top bullet, it should shoot. Yeah, it
Nope.
should, but it's still man-made. You're supposed to go out there and check
Hey
because you
man,
don't
that's a
want
good.
the first
Yeah.
time you know
Go ahead, James.
you don't want the first time you have to use that firearm. It be extreme weather and it lock up on you and it costs you your life.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. And
Man,
what's crazy about that, when I just started this competition shooting, so I've been talking to these older guys and stuff. And the one thing I didn't know, because I'm not a guy that buys $2,000-$3,000 guns. Matter of fact, I only have Glock pistols for the most part, and a lot of it because of the price point and that pretty much familiarity. And I'm not really want to really bounce all over the place. So if you already got a whole bunch of stuff for the same mag, same gun, same parts, same slides, same stuff, it ain't no sense to really jumping all over the place. But my point is, when I got out there to that competition, these guys they had these CZ shadows and staccatos and whatnot. And this one guy was telling me, he said, "Yeah, I got this gun right here," and he said, "I don't know if I'm going to shoot it today." And I was like, "Oh, okay." I'll listen to him talk to his buddy. And the gun, it was literally like a Nighthawk or something, like $3,000-$4,000 gun or something. And I'm thinking like, why he won't shoot it? And the old guy elbowed me. He said, because that piece of shit don't run right. And I'm thinking like, wait a minute, you spent $4,000 and it don't run right. And then the old guy was basically pumping me. He was basically telling me, I don't know, I'm not Mr. Gun Guy and everything. I know enough. How about that? But what he was telling me, when they built these high-end pistols, they have very, very minimum tolerances. So as everything's tight and everything is milled out to perfected specifications. Now, with that being said, there's no room for error, meaning that dirt, grime, this, that, or a bad ammo, whatever, it will have a huge effect on it. Whereas if you have like a complete workhorse, like a Glock 19, none of that shit plays a factor. Weather, dirt, grime, ammo, steel, whatever, you can just run it. And it's at a $600 price point. So I find that very interesting that I didn't know that when you get up to those $3,000-$4,000 guns, you're going to have issues. They are not 100% reliable. I
And
didn't know that. That's a
that's
thing, I
why a
guess.
lot
That's
of
a
people
thing.
get that's why a lot of people get butthurt when those PSAs outperform Daniel defenses, your cobalts, your kinetic developments, your radiance. I have seen guys go into competitions with a base PSA that they took time upgrading the parts and go in and kill it. These folks have got to stop, and we've got to stop doing. And I ain't gonna say we as in us in this platform because we all know where our budgets are. But those that have quote unquote unlimited funds need to stop shitting on folks that are getting guns, doing the proper training, and becoming familiar with that weapon and becoming one with that weapon.
I agree.
Like I told T long time ago, you can have 30, 40 guns, but are you proficient with every one of them, or is that just eye candy?
Right.
I used to be that guy that used to have the 30, 40 guns because I thought that was the thing to do.
Yeah.
I had the
Mm-hmm.
shadows, I
Mm-hmm.
had the TS orange, I had the scars, and you know what? They all shot like shit. And so when I
Yeah.
got to started building and then taking a base gun and started putting in quality parts, I started realizing my results came out either the same as somebody with that top tier rifle or even better. And like I told T long time ago, every weapon in your arsenal should have a purpose.
Yeah.
Every one.
Hmm.
When I pick up that 10 millimeter Springfield, or if I pick up that Glock 19X, they all have their purpose. I'm familiar with it and I know what it's going to do. I know the recoil. I know where I got to adjust my shot. And a lot of these guys that have these hundred and these unlimited budget guns or these holy grail pieces, they don't take care of them. There's no
Well,
maintenance done on them.
well,
Go to another environment and shoot. Go out in the woods and shoot in the summertime. Go out there and shoot in the wintertime. Like James said, I go out there in the snow and shoot because I want to know what is this barrel gonna do when it's cold? Or what is this trigger gonna act like when it's cold? How my groups are gonna open up? Is it gonna be tighter? Is the barrel gonna cool off faster? Those are things that a lot of people take for granted, that the gun is gonna always perform, and that's not always the case. Like Eisenhower said, that's not always the case.
Well,
No,
I will say this. I'll say this, and then I'll let you guys have it. Everybody that's ever did shit hit the fan or what have you, these guys and girls that got these $5,000 and $6,000 guns, I've never heard nobody say, if I had to run, I'm going and get my was it Jacob Gray, or I'm going to get my staccato. No, they all say I'm going and grab my Glock 19, my Glock 17, and if the end of the world come, that's what I'm gonna die with. Because at the end of the day, it's a workhorse. I've never
yep,
seen
Yep.
nobody say they're gonna grab their most expensive guns. And like for me, I like a variety because I like guns. But I always tell people in this day and age that we live in, you don't have to have a $2,000 gun to protect yourself.
No,
You can go get
no.
you a damn, you can go get you a Taurus G2, G3, Canic, a couple of these other companies get you a Glock. And at the end of the day, when the shit hit the fan, that guy standing next to you that got that $10 million budget, y'all both gonna be in the woods with that same Glock 19.
yeah,
All that shit he got, belt fed guns and all that, he gonna leave all that shit in his house.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And like I said, I like to see all these different showpieces, but at least the guys and girls are honest enough to say that if I had to grab and go, I'm grabbing my Glock 19 or my Glock 17 and I'm going out in the woods. You know what I mean? Nobody's gonna grab a $3,000 gun for shit hit the fan because they want to
Nope.
make sure it worked, like you say. And I just say, man, you got to get out here and you got to train.
yeah,
You don't got to train for if you're gonna be a Navy SEAL, but damn it, you got to get out here and train and make sure in any situation your gun is operable. And I will say this, then I'm gonna shut my big mouth and let y'all talk. I want to shout out.
You
I
good.
want to shout out a group of people I don't think get enough love. If you're a security guard, whether you armed or unarmed, but mostly armed security guards. I've learned a lot from people that's into that business, man. People make fun of them because they not law enforcement and make these little jokes, man. But I told the story all the time of Mr. Malone, man. He was a school security guard when I was in middle school, man. And Mr. Malone taught me a lot about guns as a teenager that I carry to this day. And he was the one who taught me proper using both hands when you shoot a gun. That way you can put your rounds on
Yeah.
target as opposed to shooting one hand with something that you can't control, man. I like I say, I just don't think that armed security guards get enough love because they have to train. Their job is way more dangerous than a cop because they got to deal with the knuckleheads showing up at the store that want to steal and fight, and you know what I mean.
Right, right,
Yeah.
right.
Right,
People don't
right.
see them in the same light that they see. They'll try an armed security guard faster than they'll try a cop. So those
Exactly.
guys and girls really put their lives on the line, man. And they have, to me, extensive training because it's a job they get up and go to every day. You know what I'm saying? So I welcome everybody today. I'll let you guys have the floor.
man, you spot on. I'm glad you said that, man. I used to do armed security. I'm gonna tell you something. You so spot on with that because hell, I'm pretty sure right about now, it's not just a knock to law enforcement. Hell, you probably have security guards shooting more than their ass right now. Training. I'm just gonna be honest with you, and it's like they right there in the slums in the bad areas where these people don't really like to patrol too much, and it's just not really just being too close to the bullshit. But these security guards are right there in your Family Dollars and your barbecue joints, your hole in the walls, your hood areas or whatever you want to label it. They right there in the nitty gritty of the criminal activity, and man, they got to deal with people trying to snatch guns off of them, people stealing shit, soap, boxes. It's just the crazy. They got to deal with all the crazy stuff like hand on. And then when stuff pop off, you got to worry about if the company is going to back them or not. All that type of stuff when shit hit the fan. But man, shout out to the armed security guards and unarmed security guards for sure, because that's a different lifestyle for real, man. And they doing that stuff for the pennies. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they should be paid way more money than what they making because
Yeah.
but they ain't no life is real. They can't hit the pause button and hit play again. No, bro, stuff happened to them people, man. They life on the line, just like law enforcement in them areas, man. Because you come across them fools, might be high, drunk, whatever it is, man. It's crazy, like crackheads, whatever. Like they in it, you know. They like for real, man.
I
Say
mean,
I
you
salute
can't
them,
fight no
man. I show
crackhead,
them
man.
respect,
Crackhead is strong.
man. Say, crackheads be, man. Them crackheads be super strong. Boy, I say, look here,
Crackhead is
man.
strong, man.
Man, you been done hit them a 3, 4 times. They been still got up and pop locked and ran off. Like, come on, bro. Like, say, man, some superhumans out here, boy. Man,
Yeah.
shit, it's a good save for real, you know. But I appreciate you throwing that salute out to them people though, man, for real, because we got a lot of I know just off the thought of some of the armed security guards in bad apartment areas, man, who done lost their
Yep.
lives, getting shot on top of their heads,
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
man,
Yep.
boy, like man,
Right.
they yeah, that's a serious man. I feel like security guards, armed security guards, and all that, man. They need a lot more respect and honor than what they get. You know, it's not about no top flight security company, the company joke show. No, that shit real, man.
Yeah.
People, families, they
Yeah.
got lives. Man, that's
Yep.
serious. You know, they protect the people businesses that law enforcement and areas some law enforcement won't cover. Something they just won't.
Nope.
It's weird, man. Like salute to y'all, man, for sure. I got a
Yeah.
strong respect for security guards, man, for sure.
Salute. Yeah.
Real talk, for sure. Man, I'm about to get ready to get up out here for a bit, and
All right.
man,
Yeah,
I
I'm getting
appreciate
ready.
y'all, man. Shout out to
Yeah.
the
I want to
man.
say, thank you,
Mm.
eyes and ears, man, for blessing us, man. Like I said, I've been trying to get you on the pod for 2, 3 years, before you even went to New Orleans. You feel me?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
I
I
just want to say
appreciate it,
thank
man.
you for, blessing the nation, but before we go, I need you to tell me, how was it like, you know, um, transitioning from, LA, well, California to New Orleans. And you was telling me, we talked on the phone for like 2 hours last night. This
Hmm.
time last night we were on the phone. And
Yeah.
you told me some stories, brother, and how fun it is. And then we got Brother James Walker that's from New Orleans. So I'm like, how is it like? Is it like how it was when James was coming up?
No, it ain't that. James was from the old New Orleans. He's from the when it was different. Just like California's changed. I grew up in the old Bay Area, Oakland, San Francisco Bay Area, when it was a lot of military installations. It was very affordable to live. There was way more diversity, believe it or not. Because as you increase the price of living, you're gonna lose diversity. That's the first thing that's gonna go away because all groups won't be able to afford to live there. But transitioning from here, I came for a reason. I didn't come here for no gun rights. Let's make that clear. I didn't come here for, so I can have more guns and give a shit about that. I had enough to protect my life out there, and I'd had no problem continuing protecting my life. I had my CCW. I had enough guns. So people always think that that's the reason. That was the last reason to move out here. I was a college softball coach. Travel ball coach, and I was heavily involved with recruiting. So as my daughter elevated in her junior year, we started getting a lot of interest from the southern schools. Now, the great thing about down here in HBCU circuit in the South and going to school out here, a lot of the money is academic based. It's not athletic based
Mm,
for women athletics. It's academic based because Louisiana and Mississippi, Arkansas, these are some of the worst public school systems in the nation. Worst. They score low in every category nationally ranked in the southern states.
wow.
So these universities are always on the prowl to try to go find kids from the eastern seaboard and the western seaboard and bring them down here so they can continue to get the funding to keep these schools rolling. Because if they
Okay.
were going to rely upon local kids, it's not going to happen. But primarily for the private schools, because the state schools are much easier to get into in the South, but the private schools in the South are not easy to get in. Like
Okay.
Xavier University of New Orleans is a very hard school to get in and graduate. You see what I'm saying? Tulane University is a very hard school to get in and graduate. University of New Orleans and Dillard, these are really top schools. But
Right.
when people think schools in Louisiana, the first thing they think is this Grambling, Southern, LSU.
Right.
But it's more to that. So when I was looking around all these schools, my kid graduated high school with a 4.3 GPA. So
Oh,
she
that's
already
awesome.
had
That's
so she
awesome.
already had, yeah, she already had offers from Howard University, Florida A&M, Long Beach State, San Diego State, Utah Valley State, University of Arizona. But a lot of them weren't going to give her the run that she wanted them to feel. She wanted to excel academically and play softball. So when we sat down with some of these coaches on a recruiting trip, I just sat down and was real with her. I'm like, you ain't gonna probably get that much run at Long Beach State. And she was like, all right, well then let's look at the roster.
Right.
So when you look at the roster and you see how many seniors and juniors and sophomores, you see what the graduating class looked like. It was a log jam. It was a log jam because they had mostly sophomores and juniors. So you got to be smart in the recruiting world.
Right.
Then we started looking at all the HBCU schools. They were all aging out. They were all aging out. Mostly were juniors and seniors. And I was telling this coach, I said, why? How does that work? He said, well, yeah, once you enter HBCU, their goal shifts from playing sports to graduating. So nobody leaves. Does that make sense? Once you enter Morehouse, Spelman, Howard, Xavier, any of these HBCU schools, Southern, Grambling, your goal is to get that degree.
Right.
So that was one of the reasons why we chose Xavier, not to mention they gave her $43,000 a year. So, you know,
that's nice.
yeah. So yeah,
Nice.
we pay $4,000 out of pocket, but she gets $43,000 from the academic end because she went in with the presidential scholarship, which is a lot of people don't know this.
Salute to your daughter.
So yeah, that's why we moved here because of a chance to get to watch her play, give her a good opportunity at a top, you know. And Xavier University is the only Catholic HBCU school in America. Okay. There's only one. There's only one Catholic HBCU school, and that's Xavier University in New Orleans. So it was a great opportunity, and like I said, my mom was born in Louisiana.
Okay,
and
so you're familiar with it.
Yeah, but we're from up north. I lived in Monroe. I didn't live in the boot. So northern Louisiana ain't nothing like down here.
Yeah, brother James told me some stories.
Yeah, but James is from the old New Orleans.
James from the old New Orleans.
Yeah, I'm so when we say the old New Orleans, that's New Orleans before Katrina.
Okay.
So you got like people like Terrence Gangster Williams. I don't know if you guys have heard of him.
I heard
Birdman's brother. He's talking, he's got his own podcast, and he's talking about the street side. But on my new channel, I got my foot in it, I started doing New Orleans Chronicles because there's a lot about New Orleans people don't know. So people would think that all we did was go around shooting each other.
Right.
They don't understand all the partying, all the hospitality. There's a whole lot that goes into all that. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm from the old New Orleans, as we say. But yeah, man. I tell you this. I know everybody want to get out of here, and I was able to get in here late. I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be getting ready to back up in here in a few minutes. Man, I appreciate everything that all of you guys and girls do. To the creators of GunTube, shout out to all the creators except one, and everybody already know how I feel about him. I'll say his name if you want me to. I don't like the guy. I don't fuck with him. I turn out to not be the only person that feel like that about him. I don't like him. I don't like Colin. I don't like Colin Noir. He bugged me.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, okay.
I don't like him.
But I don't care. James, he's a lawyer.
Like
he's a lawyer.
I don't care. He's a buck dancer. Next time, if I ever see him, I'm gonna ask him what size shoes he wears, so I can go get him some tap dancing shoes.
Oh man,
I don't like the guy, but to the people that watch our content, without y'all, the news media show us as a bunch of angry black men that's going around that want to kill all white folks, or we'll be some kind of screaming maniacs. Because that's before GunTube. That's what they showed on the news. Anytime a black man was involved with a gun, it was always criminality, or it was always, well, we feel like he's gonna go around shooting up white folks. We don't do that kind of craziness, man. I love the fact that so many of our people from all walks of life that get into GunTube. It's so much you can learn. I thought I knew about everything about guns till GunTube came along. Learning the twist, how the rounds go, the round with the barrel, the construction of the weapons, shooting in versatile weather, stuff like that. I learned so much from GunTube, and I learned so much from so many people from GunTube. And I just say, you know, I do my part to try and keep everybody in the know. And look, if GunTube don't inspire you to get legally armed and protect yourself, I don't know what else to tell you, because you ain't got to tell the criminals. They have their advocates. You know what I mean? They
Yeah.
have their advocates. We advocate for the everyday ordinary person that gets up and go to work, or the everyday ordinary person, even if you're a millionaire, to protect yourself, because we only get one life. John Rockefeller, when he
Facts.
died, they said he had had 9 heart transplants because he tried to stay on the earth that long. When the Grim Reaper come, you can run from him, but you can be in a full-out sprint. He'll catch you. All of us got a date with him.
Yeah.
I ain't volunteering. I'm running from him. The motherfucker got to catch me. I ain't gonna give it to him. He got to catch me. I know eventually he gonna catch me. But you
Hey,
know what?
Jay. Yeah,
Yeah,
go ahead. No, I was gonna go ahead. Go ahead.
he got to catch me. But at the end of
Yeah.
the day, man, there's a lot of people that's going off this earth that was good people that refuse to protect themselves,
Yeah.
and they somewhere in heaven or hell saying, "Damn, if I only would have got me a gun."
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, and Jay, man, before y'all leave, I wanted to pose this to you guys. I think with the YouTube, and James, you brought a good point up, man. Like, we talk about positive stuff and try to educate people. And this is why I think small gun tubers are more of a threat than big gun tubers. And I'm not going to be long on this, but the reason why I say that, because when you watch guys who got 1,000 subscription or 2,000 subscribers, or 3, 4, 5, 6, nowhere near 100 or 200,000 subscribers, right? But they got this following. They go live and they got 500 people on their live. We only got 2,000 subscribers. YouTube don't like that, because the reason being is what you just said, James. These are regular, ordinary people that happen to own firearms. They're enthusiasts, but they got to get up and go to work in the morning. They pay taxes and they're not criminals. So they don't want that image. They would rather have a guy have a channel doing all kind of foolishness with a switch and waving it all up in the air, looking down the barrel, and walking with his pants hanging down, and shooting the gun sideways like this.
Yep.
They
Right.
will actually monetize those kind of guys. But when you come
Mm-hmm.
from a very professional, clean perspective, and you actually saying, like you said, hey, protect yourself. It's your life. You only get one. Don't let nobody shame you from owning a firearm. They will turn your shit off.
Yeah.
Because so the small gun tubers actually are a bigger threat than the big gun tubers, because they don't speak like this. The big gun tubers don't speak up for us, themselves, their neighborhood, their communities. They're only going to push the products.
Yeah.
So I just
Fact.
wanted to say, James, you're absolutely right, James. And I just want to think small gun tubers are a big threat to YouTube, because they know that the messaging that we're sending, an average person can relate to it.
Hey, I'm a living example to that, brother.
And shit,
Mm-hmm.
they watch us though. The big
Oh
guys,
yeah, the big
they
ones
Oh
watch.
do,
yeah.
And the
but they
thing
won't
is,
click on. They won't click on and jump in, and they won't do none of that.
they
Yeah.
won't interact with you. But I watch so many of these guys, and I just chuckle because back when I was running videos and stuff and doing stuff with my guy Bug, it's like, man, it's this one individual. I'm not gonna say his name, but we started doing a lot of videos with the Fives Tech, fighting Bradleys and all that, and I bullshit you not. The very next week or two, what it wasn't even a full 2 weeks, this man pop out on his big major platform at the five, talking about shooting Fives Techs. I say, oh my god, okay, cool, cool. I say that's, and then we just look at each other like, bro, we Fives Tech was so off everybody fucking radar. I'm just gonna put this out there. It was off everybody, off. It's just off, and so as we making these videos, and he comparing his 5.56 pistol, and I got the fighting Bradley 300 blackout pistol at the time they were coming out. They was all on was that the Tomcat or whatever that shit was? But we had the fighting Bradleys out with the switching,
Mm.
the trigger and everything. Uh, so we doing our thing and everything, and then I bullshit you not, man. And it's funny because it got to be what it was, because Bug, he from New Orleans and shit. And then the other guy whose name I won't mention, he's from their background. They start doing it. He started doing this shit. I say, damn, it's funny because these guys will not reach out. They won't bump shoulders with you. They won't come on the platform. And it's not the way you carry yourself. You say, well, hey, maybe they think you're a bad image, or your vernacular, your choice words, or how you carry yourself. No, it's not that. It's these people.
Mm-mm.
Everything's agenda based. They have people have certain people they line themselves up with. They have a background. They got a team of people, talking about a team of people
Yep.
behind them. Solid drip. It's agenda driven. Even with the guy who name you mentioned that you don't like because I'm right here in Dallas and shit. I ain't shit bigger than the Gun Bros in Dallas size buddy who's doing his thing, but ain't nobody reached out, nobody said nothing. And we don't really cry over spoiled milk. We see it. I mean, hell, we shoot at the same range as you shoot at. We right there. We here. So so teachers, it is what it is. Teach his own. It's like, man, then we see you turn around and you try to mimic shit. You try to go and get this gun tuber, get that gun tuber, and y'all try to do this weak ass group that didn't last. Didn't last. I put that out there. No, that's trash. It was terrible marketing. Piss poor. It wasn't a
Yeah,
gun.
that's funny you say
I'm
that.
gonna say
Oh,
that.
yeah.
I'm gonna say that it wasn't a gun bros, and that's facts. I don't care who feelings I hurt, and I'm not gonna even say your name because I have a liking to you. I just want to have a conversation with you. That's all it is. But I understand. I understand what I know because of what I'm a part of. But I say this though, I see the shit that y'all try to mimic. You can't mimic something that's authentic, And I'm gonna put that out there for sure. You can't mimic the real
Well,
shit. We the real thing. It's
I'm gonna
been
say
tried to
this,
be.
and then I'm getting ready to
Yeah,
back up in this hole and get these pigs on
yeah.
here. Authenticity is number one. Authenticity is number one. We got somebody on the panel. He don't say what made him real famous, but he used to do this thing where he used to spit, and see, he said he had something in his mouth, and he became the president of Gun Freak Nation. You know what I'm talking about? They would bring him on shows because they wanted to hear that. That was just something that's authentic. At the end of the day, I'm gonna say this: I want to see everybody grow in this space, but ownership is important. Your authenticity is what we tune into you for. I tune into certain channels to see certain things. If I want to see somebody shooting flashy guns and stuff, yeah, I'm gonna check Black Rambo out. But if I want to hear somebody that's gonna get technical about different things, well, then I'm gonna check out another channel. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, man, I appreciate you guys and girls. I hope the next time y'all do this, I'm not working, so I can be at home and be on from the beginning, man. I really
Yeah.
appreciate what y'all do. Lastly, you don't know who watching you. You don't know who know you or who know your face when you go in public. You might think you're a Z-list gun celebrity, but there's people all over the world that may know you. So definitely, as a creator, make sure you stay strapped and stay safe out here, man, because you never know. There's
Right.
always
Yeah,
some
yeah, you're
fool
right.
that want
Right.
to
You're
catch
right.
you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
And with that
You're
being
right.
said, man, I
100.
appreciate you guys. Let me get
Thank
these
you.
pigs on here and get
Okay.
them to the slaughterhouse, man. Y'all stay
Oh
safe.
yeah.
Y'all stay
So
Thank you,
hydrated.
brother.
yeah,
Hey,
man.
be safe, James. Be
Yeah.
Be
Be
safe.
safe,
safe.
brother.
So
Be safe, and thank you.
it's rare, man.
Thank you. Yeah.
Real is rare. I'm about to get ready to get up out of here too,
Man,
man.
yeah, man. I want to thank
Yeah.
everybody for showing up, man. This is awesome. We gotta definitely run this back
Right.
again.
Oh
Because
yeah, for
I mean,
sure.
just just let me know, man. Because
Yeah. Yeah.
there's a couple of topics that I
Okay.
wanted to bring up that we didn't get to.
Okay.
Like I said, I'll give a little teaser, but one of them is like the deterioration of the Constitution of the United States,
Oh
and
shit.
I
Come
wanted
on,
to
talk
talk
about it
about
now.
that. And
Talk
then the
about it
other
now.
one, right? Another one is basically ownership of land in America.
Oh,
So I
Okay.
want to just bring those two topics up and see what y'all thoughts was on that. Maybe we can do that again, T. Maybe this weekend or something if y'all want
Okay.
to run it back or
Okay.
whatever. But
Okay.
I'm down anytime, man. It was awesome. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Darth Vader, Saint the Realist, T. T, you
Yeah.
definitely
Appreciate it.
he said authenticity. There ain't nobody more authentic on YouTube than you. I'm gonna keep that 100%. No, I mean that's that not no. I'm talking about in every shape, way, and
Yeah.
like I said, man, you used to sit on your bed, man, and try to educate us to get armed and protect yourself. You used to go to the grocery store, man, and you'll be like, man, okay, if I got my head on a swivel, who's that over there? Okay, I'm just making sure. I mean, it was everything was just unscripted. It was just like from the heart, real, and you always show love to people. You always, go to people's channels and share that stuff to your community page. And man, it's a lot of things that you do, man. And that's why I told you last night how I feel about you, brother.
Well, two
Well, I
things
appreciate it.
before we get off, man. It's been actually three things. It's been an honor sitting here on this panel talking to you guys who develop and put out content. I'm a person who looks at the content, and
Just as important.
I don't put out content, but I speak. And when I speak, people hear. And the reason T and I, started chopping it up was because he and I were talking about a certain incident that happened in our lives. Nothing that was the same, but I could relate. And I had been rocking with T, like you said, eyes and ears, when he was sitting on the bed. But not only was he sitting on the edge of that bed, that fool would be dancing across that screen, going from side to side with them plastic white shells where he had the lotion and the
Yeah.
gun set up.
Yeah.
And I used to check on. I'm like, what is this brother doing? I was like, no, he can't be for real. Then he started popping up in my feed. I was like, okay, let me watch him. Then he started pulling out the choppers. I was like, okay. And then he had that high end stuff. I was like, okay. And man, I can go back. Yeah, I'm not sure how far y'all go, but it's been 5 years.
Appreciate
I've
you.
just rocked with him in the shadows, and then finally, I just came out like, T, can I call you? And I, at least once a month since we first did our live, I call and just say, T, how you doing, man? Or I send him a text, hey, you see this? But I'm not a creator. A lot of people tell me, Darth, you need to start putting out content, and I've seriously thought about it, but like James just said, man, you don't know who's watching,
Right.
and I watch people, and my I am deathly and fiercely protective of my family, and that's how people will try to get to you. And I'll burn a nigga block for my family. There's nothing that will stop me if something happened to my family.
Yes.
So I don't want to be put in that light. I'm that supportive cat that's gonna be rocking with you. I'm the one that's gonna push Eyes and Ears Tactical out there. I'm gonna push Saint the Realist. I'm gonna push Electric out there and tell as many voices out there, young people that say, hey, Darth, talk to me about guns. Okay, well, I can tell you about my perspective, but let me put you on these brothers' channels on YouTube who are putting stuff out there who you can relate to as well, not just for me. I can sit here and tell you all my stories, everything I can do, but when you see it, you can be it. And so I just want to say I appreciate all y'all. I'm humbled to even be on this platform with you guys who
Likewise.
just put out content. You guys are putting out the information, and I support you guys, man, 100%, man. I appreciate y'all.
Appreciate y'all too, man.
Too.
Hey, man, y'all be safe, man. I'm gonna get up and get something to eat.
Oh man.
I appreciate
Okay.
all you guys, man. Hey, Saint
All
the
right.
Realist, Darth Vader T, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
Yes,
just
sir.
just let us know, T, man, when you want to
Definitely, for
run
sure.
it back.
I got you. I'm gonna hit
You
you
gotta
up.
let me know,
We
man. I'll do it.
definitely got to do this again. Any final thoughts, Saint?
Man, I want to say shout out to the comment section. I've been trying to read the comment section for a minute, but it pops up late. We see it live and quick, but I'm on the cell
Right,
phone
right.
late. Shout out to the comment section. I appreciate everybody chiming in to the panel, to the live, man. Shout out to the panel. I appreciate y'all kings, man. Just coming with y'all expertise and just having real, pure conversation, man. For sure, man. Each one teach one, and we need a lot more of this. And no matter how big, how small you think you are, whatever it is, man. Conversation always gonna rule the nation, and real is
Yes,
rare.
sir.
I
Yes,
appreciate
sir.
y'all.
Appreciate it, man.
All
Absolutely.
right, man.
Well
Appreciate
said.
y'all, man. Y'all
Well
stay
said.
blessed, man.
Love
Have a
y'all,
wonderful
man.
weekend. Have a wonderful weekend.
You,
Y'all
you
too,
too,
fellas. Be
brother.
safe.
Much
Yeah.
love, y'all.